Dun, 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 dun. Mark, it's technically your show. You get to talk.
Hello, everyone. Dun, dun, dun.
What am I, your stuntman? Welcome.
Thank you. I feel welcome. Thank you for making me welcome. It's another Australian Invasion, an annual event here on Saving Throw Show, and I thank my wonderful collaborators. Let us greet each other as friends, for soon you will not like me. For today we are playing Shadow of the Demon Lord. I wish I was holding up the actual book, but it's really heavy and I came from Australia.
I wish I knew. I would have brought my copy.
Yeah. But this is a rad game. And if you're watching this, you already know that, or you'll soon find out. So thank you very much. Who am I joined by? Introduce your ever-loving selves. Voila.
Hi, I'm Jameson. I'll be playing Licko the Goblin. I'm excited for that. I've never played this game. A lot of D&D, but never this.
Did you name your character yourself?
I did not.
Wait, so Mark decided to name you
Licko. Yeah, he knows something about me. So.
All right. Well, this whole friend thing, like that we can put that. That's over now, right?
Oh, well, maybe. Let's see how this goes.
No, I mean friends with Mark.
I thought me and you. Okay, cool.
That's not going to happen either.
No, now he knows that you got the licking thing going on. We got to be more than
that is actually my character's thing. It's like he likes to lick the things that he owns. So all of you have at one point been licked. Whether you know it or not.
I don't feel
no, there's no consensual licking.
I don't know that I'm owned by you.
I'm delighted that you're all so excited you've begun already, but let us introduce ourselves as real people and then dive into the septic tank of the fiction.
Mark, it's already been given away. It's literally like under our names here, like who we're playing, right? Isn't it on the screen already?
Some kind of heads up.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, just me? No, not our characters. Okay. All right, it is a surprise. All right.
Excellent.
Surprise.
Okay. Surprise. Well, my name's Tom Lommel. It says so right here. I'm at 6 hit points. Hi. Welcome. I'm glad you're joining us. Thank you, everyone. Hi.
Yay.
Nice. Hi, I'm Abria Iyengar. At Quiddy. Woo.
I'm done.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Stephen Pope. Hi.
Incorrect.
No?
I'm sorry.
That's not my name
You read
anymore?
it backwards.
No.
Oh,
Stephen.
Epop Nevitz.
You were ready for that. Far too quickly.
Wow.
My God.
All right. Well, allegedly, my name is Mark Morrison. I am part of Campaign Coins, and we also have Jackson, who's over there on the couch with the auto cue.
Hi, Jackson.
And also, I write Call of Cthulhu stuff with Calcium and lots of other stuff. But I'm obsessed by this dark game. Look at this screen. You can see how intensely badass this is. Oh, yeah. So we're going to begin. Here's the scenario. That's it, because I like to prep. All right. So,
See how long it takes us to break that in half.
our story begins in the northern reach of the land of Earth. Earth is a planet upon which a shadow is about to fall. This is a country that is doomed. And all of the great powers will fail. They have already failed. The Orc King Drudge, the usurper, has strangled the young emperor on the alabaster throne. And the Orcs, slaves, former Vikings from the south who were fashioned into Orcs, have revolted and taken over the empire. This is just a harbinger, or harbinger, if you prefer, of the doom that is to come.
If you're gonna correct the things that you pronounce Australian into American English, we need to rewind about 4 minutes because
that was
the game is rad, not red.
Actually, that was just a copyright violation. I stole that from Tripod, who are great. Check them out. But let us not make light of the doom. And now we are far north of the Empire in the northern reaches. This is an area which is on the border between the desolation, which is the blighted sand wastes of the former empire of the Witch King Gog, and the Witch King and his dead legions still shamble out there. And so there is a whole line of Crusader fortresses in the north: Vanguard, High Watch, Martyr's Point, Neverfall, keeping back the doom of all. So they are the Crusader states, which is north of you. But you were down here near the village of Sixton. And Sixton was originally 6 villages, but just became populous and grew together until they are one city. So this is still a sleepy area. You're in the buffer between this kind of ancient kind of doom and these very terrible events in the south. There are nevertheless some concerns here. You live quite close to the Barrows. And the Barrows is a foggy kind of landscape of old tombs of the primitive ancestors that have gone before. But we are about here in a village called Buchan, the Buchan village. And as to whether you live here or whether you are travellers, you can decide and tell me. But our story begins in a tavern or an inn. You be the judge. I can't tell them apart. In a tavern, and it is called the Welcome Arms. And it is just getting to late afternoon, so the farmers have come in. All of the sheep have been corralled into their pens because, you know, the Barrows are just to the north. You don't leave livestock or people out after dark. And everyone is gathering for a big feast in the tavern. You can see lots of families coming in. The lights are blazing. And there are kind of massive cooking smells coming from the back of the tavern. As it's a festival of lamb. The spring lambs have been slaughtered. I'm a vegetarian, I don't condone that, but in Buchan they like a bit of lamb, and so might you. So it's a great day, and everyone is getting ready for a good night. And we hear, "What the fuck?" from the kitchen as there is a kind of explosion of green particles comes out the kitchen door. And in that moment, this kind of happy moment of merriment turns into absolute disgust as someone rips off the lid of the absolute fetid compost bomb. Boom, goes right through the tavern. And in that moment, we're going to do a slow-mo introduction of who these people are. At the moment where this roiling, rotting vegetable stench comes right out into the common room. So, describe your character. What does she look like? And what is her expression in this moment of pure disgust?
Nice. Amaka is she's really tall, African-American, dark, long dreads pulled into a high ponytail. She's in her full armor, but it's covered with grime, and the leather is just really worn and could use a shine. And she's got this big honking cigar that isn't lit in her mouth, and she kind of just looks and gives a little sniff. And she takes a long drag of her cigar, and it lights with this little purple flame, and the pupil of her eyes also light up, and she starts pulling at her sword and just grumbles, going "This is why you don't order a salad during Lamb Week."
Love it.
All right, over here. Who do we see and how do they react?
All right. So you see a very well-groomed dwarf with I assume it's impressive sort of pot belly that is sort of jutting out from this woven tabard that he has. It looks like maybe at one time it was much finer than in its current worn condition. And he has kind of a dual braided beard that then meets at the bottom and hangs in a kind of a giant knot. It almost looks like there should be something hanging above that knot, but like there's it's sort of braided for the space to be something there, but there's not anything there.
Weird mystery.
And he's just hefting a big mug of ale at the end of a long day and getting ready to take a drink when it splat. And he looks to the left, and then he just drinks it anyhow.
Beard Mystery was my nickname in college, by the way.
Orem. He is a dwarf. He is very clearly a dwarf.
All right, let us go to this character. Who are they, and how do they react?
I'm playing Licko the Goblin. He's got a very long nose and big tusks. He is skulking beneath the tables, trying to stay unnoticed, and is pilfering things from the passerbys, the people coming through. And when he hears the "what the fuck," he stops frozen because he thinks he's been caught finally. And it's this huge burst of green smoke comes out, and he's like, "Oh, thank God, it's something else." So he breathes a sigh of relief.
All right, and over here.
So, I am an 8-foot tall mechanical man with a painted on face. And I'm standing by the bar. I'm really just here to make sure when the fighting starts, because it's always going to start. Someone's going to have too much to drink. Someone's going to insult someone's sister. And then it's just going to be a whole ordeal. I'm just here to separate them. And I slowly turn my head and just raise a hand, wipe off the grime, and I start marching towards the kitchen.
All right.
How good is this paint job of
It's
your
not
painted
great.
face?
It's not great.
Yeah.
I like to think like you have an empty bowl and spoon, you just move it to your face so you look more
I'm
natural.
sure it would make someone more comfortable, but it ain't for me, okay? I'm just here to do my job.
All right.
What's your name? Claptrap?
Oh,
or Clip
I'm
Clock?
Copper.
Hurt.
Copper?
I'm Copper, the town constable,
I have
and apothecary.
I've yet not invoked the name of Rob Schwab, the designer of this extraordinary RPG. You can find out all about it at Schwab Entertainment, or just Google Shadow of the Demon Lord, and it will work out. And all of these character backgrounds are randomly generated from the charts in this kind of crazy game. So. I like to think of Demon Lord is not the heroes you want, it's the heroes you get. Right? The end of the world is coming, all the smart people have already been strangled on the alabaster throne. And so this kaboom, kind of vegetable, kind of disgusting explosion. And everybody, all the farmers are they're like, getting out of there, they're retching, they're disgusted. But you four are like, there's a thing. And that is why you're the heroes, clearly. So
I don't exactly have bodily functions to be disgusted with, so frankly, this is just part of the job.
all right. So Derek and Barbara run the Welcome Arms. Derek was behind the bar. And Barbara was in the kitchen, and Gus is the kind of serving boy. So as you're going towards the door, it bangs open, and Gus is crawling out on his hands and knees, like really skinny kid, maybe kind of. Yeah, maybe 19. There's not much to him, but he's freaking out. And Barbara is in there. She's kind of grabbed some tea towels, and she's doing her best to kind of fan this stench. But really, Derek is absolutely like, Copper, what's going on?
I'm checking, and I'm going to pick up Gus.
All right, okay. Blah! We haven't had a good projectile vomit yet, and there it is.
Yeah.
You shouldn't squeeze the serving boy when he's just been at ground zero of a compost bomb.
Yeah.
So he
Got
is
that out of your
violently
system?
ill. Oh, sorry, Copper.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to, mate. Oh,
put
it's
him down.
Oh,
What the hell happened?
The sprouts are not good.
Okay.
All right, now,
Nice.
so that's so you're looking after Gus. That's very kind of you. What are you three doing? You're drinking your beer. You're under the tables. You were getting ready
Pulling
for
a
action.
sword out.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
And I just open
Violence is the answer.
yeah, like the
bad
door
question.
as it's
Question.
swinging open when Gus came out. Amaka uses her sword point and just peeks in and goes, Barbara, the actual fuck my girl. But
Don't come in here, Marco. It's just foul. Look at this shit. Oh, what?
it's not that different from what you normally cook.
Oh,
but
God, give me a break. Look at this.
yeah, okay. Do you require assistance?
So, she has been cooking. There's like lamb stew, and there's like a lamb on a spit. It's just like anything you can do with lamb. It's all going on in there. And some very nice sheep cheese for the vegetarian in the village.
Look, we all respect John's choice.
We don't need to hear about it all the time.
Right.
Also, I don't know what CrossFit is. And I don't want to know.
There is a crate there, and you can see it's just been opened. And from the kind of hideous kind of pattern of sludge on the ceiling, things just seem to have gone straight up out of that crate. And it seems to be that is the source of badness.
Cool. I would love to sense magic if I could.
Okay, fantastic. How are you going to do that?
She takes another big drag off of her cigar, and I know you're not supposed to inhale, but she does because it's magic, kind of. And she exhales in the area to see if like any like magical residue is.
Certainly, yeah. There is.
Oh, and this cigar does smell like horse shit. Let's not get it. Ozone and horse poop. It's not great.
There is a really faint and disgusting tang of the contact with something otherworldly. Okay. But whatever happened here happened sometime. But you definitely go, that is not normal.
Cool.
What has happened inside that crate? So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, the magic told me this wasn't normal, so you know.
Gee, you fucking think?
Calm down, Tin Box. I will get Gus to throw up on you again. He looks like he's ready.
That literally will not bother me in any way, shape, or form, but I
Fair
respect
enough.
it.
All
Respect
right.
the effort.
Copper, give me a hand with a keg. We're going to have to give free beers on the lawn.
I am not dealing with a bunch of throwing up drunks tonight. I say as I pick up the keg.
Oh.
Why don't you put it in the garden? We'll have beers there.
Fine, I'll put it in the garden. And then you will have 4 dozen drunkards vomiting everywhere. It'll be a symphony of vomit. Charming. Absolutely charming.
If you weren't so good at throwing out the inebriated, I really would. Anyway, yeah, all right, good. All right, that gets people out of the building because there's a lot of angry people wanting to know what's going on. What are you up to there, Aurum? Or you just using an empty pub drinking a beer?
No, I'm following the beer. Are you kidding? Now that this glass is empty, wait, free beer on the lawn is what I heard.
All right, excellent. What about you, Liquor?
As everyone has cleared out or is moving out of the bar in this direction.
Derek is going to try to spot you. Oh. So let's have a dice roll. We're actually playing a game here. It uses dice. He is actively looking for you. Using his perception. So, are you going to try to hide from him, or are you going to present yourself?
I'm going to hide from him.
Okay, great. So, roll an agility test. You can use trickery. Okay, so in Shadow of the Demon Lord, you roll a d20. The game only uses d20s and d6s. And generally, you just need a 10 to succeed. Statistics are strength, agility, will, and intellect. So there's very few statistics, and they tend to hover around the 10 mark. So your agility is how much?
My agility is 13 so it's a +3.
Okay, you've got a high agility because you're a goblin, and they're tricky, and you're a rogue, so that's what they do. Mm-hmm. So have a roll, add 3 to it, and you're gonna be tricky about it. So you're gonna add a boon. That means you're going to roll a d6 as well and add that to your skill. So I don't know how you can fail this, but surprise me.
No.
20 dirty.
Fantastic.
Nice.
All right. Hey, Copper, if you see Licko, tell him if he licks anything, I'm going to take this iron nail and this hammer and put his tongue on this bar.
Yeah, there. I'll tell him that. Don't you have more pressing issues than the goblin?
I feel like Licko is literally licking the hammer as he's holding it.
Just behind like that.
I think I own the bar at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, in the kitchen,
Sweet.
you have, you definitely something odd has happened here. What are you doing now?
I'm going to look out and peer, like, Copper, when you get back, come check this out with me.
Okay, I think Copper
The word please would be nice to hear once in a while. I'm not asking for much.
It super would.
Copper is you actually would be yelling that out the window because he's taking the keg out into the garden and people are gathering there. So you're here with Barbara.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Barbara, where did you get these nasty ass sprouts from?
Gus, you get him in here.
No.
Gus, tell us.
He's gross, by the way. I'm just saying, he's weird and full of...
Here's the thing about Gus, though. He is a deeply nice kid. he's never been afraid of you, like with the weird cigar smoking and the magic, and he's
Never mind.
He clearly dreams of the life that you're having as something that is far beyond him.
Oh no!
You know,
He's gonna die.
No!
Yeah,
Oh god, I've got to protect him from my fire. Oh god!
But he is utterly useless and therefore, annoying.
Buddy.
But that's the Gus situation.
Yeah.
But
Hey bud.
yeah. But anyway, how he's doing is by his ear being dragged by Barbara and picked up by his hair. Like, what is that? And it's the sprouts from Grantham. Those are not Grantham sprouts. Now, you all know about the Grantham sprout. It is the finest Brussels sprout in the Northern Reach.
Yes.
They are famed for the delectable nature of their vegetables. And I'm talking to you at home, if you're a hater of the Brussels sprout, you've never had the Grantham sprout. So this should be a fine box of produce as opposed to this stinking morass. And you might like to make a perception roll.
I would love to. Sweet. Roll dice. That just holds you back. I got it.
That's a 6.
6.
All right, not a problem. No worries.
Oh no.
As you were. Yeah. What is this? I gave you a silver to buy the new season sprouts, and what is this? Well, that's what they sold me. And did you check it? Oh no, I didn't. Well, just go back and get a proper box. Leave now. But there's been all those robberies lately, and I don't care, Gus. I've had enough. There was the problem with the mop, and then there was that time you let all the sheep go. Just get your wheelbarrow, and you make them give it to you because they've sold us bad produce. I'm not paying for this. Go. Okay.
All right. Gus, do you want to? I'll go with you. Do you need some backup? Can you do that? Yeah, okay. Come on. Let's go, buddy. Oh, he's so sweet and stupid. Oh. All right, and just kick the door back in. Hey, don't lick that. I don't even know where you are.
What were you licking at the moment?
There was a big piece of uncooked lamb that...
Oh, that's unsafe. You're going to get salmonella.
Yeah.
It's mine, though. It's mine, though.
It's your salmonella. All right. Cool.
Alrighty. So you're there with Gus. You're caught
Looking lamb.
mid-lamb. You are outside with Copper.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've gone out there to have a beer with all the locals, and there's Derek as well.
So I'm just sort of like tang tang tang. Is there a tap on there or something? Is there somehow? How is that?
No, there's a tap.
Oh, I meant in this kind of.
Oh. Well,
You're not fueled by beer?
No.
Oh, okay, you're one of the early models. All right, okay.
Oh, hurtful.
I see.
No, I'm mostly just magic.
Look. I meant.
Oh, there's too many of us. I know, it's weird. It's strange demonic interference. I just thought I'd log into chat. Hi, chat. In fact, I believe if there's anybody in there, they could assist these fine heroes in some clever
Simath
ways.
Pirnikov has given has resubbed, and is
Puncturing and some.
Yeah. So you each get to award a boon to one person at the table.
And they have. Check your
Check the all-knowing
Oh,
Kindle.
that's
Yeah.
The Kindle
Also,
is what
we would
will
like to
tell you.
send a very special thank you to the Inventar. I hope I'm saying your name right for the
Yeah.
raid.
What does it mean? What does the raid mean?
A
I've
raid
been here
means
forever.
they've sent all their viewers to us.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
no,
were
thank
running a
you.
stream and they came to us.
How are you? Hello.
No, not the camera.
Hi.
This is the channel you're looking for.
Welcome to Save Throw After Dark.
Ooh.
Even though it's only 5:30, the sun's still up.
But if you're in
Australia.
yeah.
It's dark.
Yes.
So dark in Australia.
And jet lagged.
All
I
the time.
arrived before I left. That is weird.
Yes.
That's a mine.
That's nothing.
Mind freak.
Freak my bean.
Anyway, folks on chat, does any of you have a D20 to hand? You don't count, Jackson. You're in the room. You don't count, Dom. You're running chat.
Wow.
No. Does anybody on out there listening right now have a D20 and can roll it for me?
No, never.
I don't
They
think any
don't
of
play
these people
games?
have dice.
Yeah, all right, Shelley, this is saying yes. Oh, Shelley Thayer. Is that a yes? You have a D20 and you're going to roll it for me?
Give me a roll.
Mine downstairs. Can I use an app?
No, God.
Hold
hang
unfeeling
on.
dice out.
Doing?
I mean,
Right,
look.
it's been done by a D20 robot. So it's a homage to copper. So we have a clockwork number, and the number is 9.
9.
And what that tells us is how the world is going to end.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
9.
good. Just 9.
All right, so Tom, Puncturing has given you a boon to use.
Very
when
good.
it works.
Very nice.
And
Nice.
Samuel has sent a boon to Jameson.
Yeah.
I love a licking goblin.
Nice.
So now I'm
Gonna
going
lick
to
it.
check
Love
out
licking
to
goblin.
find out what
What?
the doom of the world is. So every Shadow of the Demon Lord campaign is exactly 10 adventures. You go up 1 level per adventure, should you live so long. And the world is going to end in a different way. And there's a nifty chart for that. So we're going to see what the D20 robot has decided will be the fate of the world.
That's fitting that the D20 robot chooses how the world ends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not with a bang, but with a crit fail.
that is uncanny. I mocked you for using a dice roller because every right-thinking person knows that's weak. But
Swings. I like it.
shade of it all.
I have friends at Q Workshop. They made this dice for me. I love them. But I love the alchemy of role-playing. That the stories we want to happen are already being told, and that is the perfect role for your hideous demise. So thank you, chat.
Do we get to know?
Do we, no?
No,
That's
you're
not
going to
for us.
find out through signs and portents, and then I'll reveal later. Or you could buy a copy of Shadow of the Demon Lord from SchwabEntertainment.com and look up page 196 and see
Don't
what
think
result
I
number
won't.
9
I do
is.
cheat.
Right.
Also available on TryToRPG.
Put those
Yeah.
devices
Page
down.
196, you say?
Yeah.
Or you could just mug me for this scenario right here. So,
Lick it so we
I
can see
bruise
it.
easily. I'm not going to mug nothing.
that sounded like a hell of a row in there. I think Barbara's just sent Gus off to Grantham. The kid's gonna get killed.
Oh, yeah, that boy's not going to make it.
No, the roads have been bad. Look, don't tell Barbara, but you want to go along and make sure he doesn't get murdered.
Yeah, I'll make sure the kid doesn't get himself killed.
I-
With the sheep incident
I don't
of 2
like
years
to-
ago, we don't talk about that. I'll help with
And
this.
look, here's the thing. Can you, I don't know, knock some grit into him or something? Or some sense, or I don't know. Like, we just can't string him along anymore. This is ridiculous. I don't want him to get killed, but, you know.
I do have a proposal. You fire him. Let him get a job he won't be garbage at. But what do I know? I'm just a robot.
Alrighty.
If only we could understand you, Copper.
You've
Keep
made,
speaking in beeps and boops. It's so weird.
you've made a good study of the organics.
Actually, I did roll. So when you make characters, you can roll up personality traits, and the one I got was, I didn't ask to exist, I just work here.
Oh boy.
Respect. That's a big mood.
Big mood.
So you have just come out, and there is Lico.
Carry on. It's honestly, it's fine.
He has a carry-on.
I'll see you, Lico. Now, Gus frequently has warned you that Derek is coming. Has occasionally given you, like, you know, something to lick. Like, you can have this carrot, mate. And everyone else, like, you're a bit unpleasant to be around. You're not that popular.
Of course.
You know, it's said that you are a pickpocket, and some have even said you rob graves.
What?
It's certainly not written on that character sheet.
No.
That you're
It's
a
not like
grave
I
robber.
arrested you for that.
No.
So,
one
anyway,
corpse
you might
and
want
they
to
call
say
you a
goodbye to
grave
Gus
robber.
because he's going to die.
Where's Gus going?
We have to go get some more Sprouts.
At night?
Yeah, I guess. Barbara's got a hair up her ass about it, so, you know.
I leap into the air, wrapping my arms and legs around Gus, putting face to face. No take Gus at night.
Oh, that popped up on me. Okay, he's gonna, unless you want answered, Barbara.
You're uncomfortably close, Lico.
My tongue is slowly creeping out towards him.
Don't, please.
There.
Let it happen. Perfect.
Oh,
Just tapping at the door of his love.
can I put me down now?
I scamper down him. Where Gus go? I go.
Oh, nice. Okay, it's coming up. Whole fucking thing. Cool. Sure. I guess we're all going to get vegetables.
Yes, we are.
What? Oh, you are coming. Did Derek harangue you into this?
Derek harangued me into doing this.
Cool, tight. All right.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Hey, I don't know if you know, but the keg that's empty now.
That's impossible.
It
You
got
came
empty.
out of here a
We've
minute
been
ago.
out here for about 3 minutes.
Yeah,
so-
we've been out here for 3 minutes. The keg's empty. I don't know if you're planning on getting a refill or anything.
It's not even upsetting. It's just literally awesome. It inspires.
We dwarves
actual
pride
art.
ourselves on our ability to
Hold up. And
Consume.
Copper takes out a piece of charcoal, draws on surprised eyebrows real fast.
Good.
This is what I'm feeling about you.
tong. You're sure there's no beer in there,
I
right?
found
There's some in there.
You don't run on.
I found
Some of
squirrel
them run
ones,
on
but there's
beer.
No beer, I promise you.
I bet if we
You're
tap
not
that
just
belly, we
saying
could
that
all get
because you
drunk
don't
for
want me to
days.
open you up like a can of sprouts. And
Please don't, sir. I'm pretty sure that would kill me.
Lico, the kitchen door is open. Do you want to go and see what all the fuss is about?
Of course. See if there's anything worth looking in there.
Okay. Well, there is.
Don't steal nothing.
There's a compost bomb that went off.
Barbara is still there, so that's going to put an end to any licking. But she does see you and say, "Oh, look, mate. I guess you are one of the fairy. Do you know what this shit is?
I get real, very close to it.
You're going to have to get up on a chair.
Okay.
On account of you being short.
Of course.
You got to peer into the box.
Okay.
Okay. Make a perception roll for me.
That is a 10 on the die. with
10 is a
perception.
success. Always a success. So you scramble up onto a chair and you kind of peer in and you can kind of see this sludge. And there's still these kind of actual sprouts in there, right? But they're really kind of molding and brown and they're looking at you.
The sprouts are looking at me?
Oh my.
Okay, I reach in there and I want to get a handful of it.
Right, so when you get a handful, and then there's a magical sound.
Thank you.
It's kind of turns into slurry as you kind of pick it up. They're really.
No.
Oh, I wouldn't have done that. You're going to make a strength roll for me right now.
You're fine.
Strength?
You
You're
can't
fine.
Negative one on
trickery out of
strength.
this.
Hey,
What is
9
it, 6, 9?
minus
9?
1.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah,
I
are you immune to disease? Is that
I
a
am
goblin
immune
thing?
to disease and charm.
So you lick it. That's the problem.
Okay, all right, there is no problem.
In defiance of God.
I
you
hold
lick
it up
it.
to Barbara
It is not the nicest thing you've licked, but it doesn't kill you.
What's the problem? It's okay.
It's not human food, mate. Now, have you been good? Because I think Derek really is going to nail your tongue to the bar if he catches you again.
I scurry back.
I guess that's a no. All
Look
right.
at what is on your hand.
Nothing. I wipe it on Copper. Usually, I could probably reach his calf or something, so just right around there.
Please stop doing that.
Okay.
Of course.
Good. Yes.
Look, everyone, you helping Gus out? Is that what's happening here?
Absolutely.
I
He's a good kid.
All right.
I'll take your word
Well,
for
I
it.
grab the lantern off the bar and I start trying to put the
Look,
flame
it's-
on
it's-
Copper's calf. We're gonna have to burn that off. That's gonna
What?
that's gonna mold or something.
Just-
We're gonna sterilize that area.
there's no point going tonight. Just take him up there tomorrow and see that it gets done. And I want my money back.
Question. Do you want to tell Barb that? Because I'm not.
No,
doing it.
sorry, that's my poor voices. That is Barb talking.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. I thought that was
My
Barb.
apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all just Aussie tavern keepers in the Buchan village.
Hey, Babs.
Yikes.
I don't know if you know. There's. You said there's free beer up front. There's not any beer up front.
I thought, Copper, didn't you take a keg out there?
I did.
It's empty now.
You're a dwarf.
Oof. Yikes.
Yeah, you owe me a keg of beer, mate, so you better go along and
I don't feel like that's the way
help.
it works.
Well, you see,
Yeah.
it was communal beer. It was
Sure.
supposed to be for all of you organics who drink that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Should have got more, I guess. I drank my share.
No,
And
no,
mine.
sir. Your share was about a mug.
Mm-hmm.
You
well,
proceeded to drink
clearly the
all
people at
mugs.
home, particularly X-Rider Red, likes copious beer theft. And
Another one, yeah.
being a lush.
Thanks,
That
X-Rider.
is, they love that in Darwin, so well done. So thus, these unlikely, improbable, and possibly not very good heroes bond over a stinking box of vegetables. And the next morning, you will find yourself upon the road, heading. Yeah, we're down here near the Clear Lake. I mean, Buchan is such a small village, it's not even on this map. And Grantham is this closest village to the Soldier Forest. There is Gus with his little wheelbarrow.
So precious.
You know, if you put
Oh, just a second, guys. I just need a bit of a rest. He puts the wheelbarrow down.
if you had 3 more wheels, that thing is a lot easier to pull.
I put Gus on the wheelbarrow and pick it up. Let's get going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
How much room is there in this wheelbarrow?
No.
Yeah, that too.
I do look longingly
Should I
like.
make a strength check?
sure.
Yeah,
Do I get a boon for this?
Move over, kid. Move over,
Do I
kid.
get a bane for this?
No,
I'm gonna impart some wisdom on you. All right?
Oh, we're looking at a 10.
that's a
Nice.
success. I don't want to ride in the wheelbarrow with a goblin. Sorry, Lego. Too close, mate. Gus
hurtful.
gets out of
You
the.
have to separate you two. I'll just sit in the middle here.
Yeah,
All right,
my
now you realise who you're sitting in the wheelbarrow with.
Yeah.
bad. Oh.
I'm trying to teach you some manners, kid.
That is as close as you've ever been
Yeah.
to that vile, debased, hideous race from Elfheim with which you actually...
His name is Jameson, and we love him.
Thank you.
because thanks to the random dice rolls, you have a hatred. All dwarves have a hatred.
Yeah.
And who do you hate?
I hate goblins.
All right. So
Oh.
what is happening right now? Are you about
You know
to
what
use
they
this
say?
fist to punch that face?
Keep your friends close. Keep your racial hatred closer.
That is in fact what we say? Yes, good.
All right. That is great. Now, do you have some money on your character sheets?
Yeah.
I have 6 copper.
You have 6
I have one
6 of you?
silver.
Wow.
I know.
I have.
I'm actually 6 coppers in a trench coat.
Yes, good.
2 copper.
I have 2.
6 copper.
Thank you.
You've got silver. How much?
Just one silver.
Just 1 silver.
Thank you.
I got 3 bits.
3 bits.
What even is a bit?
Yeah, I didn't even bring bits. So
Roleplay bits.
Each one's
But-
worth about $700.
Well, you need 2 for a shave and haircut.
Now,
Oh, there you go.
Here is something that I forgot to give out during the montage, during the slow-mo. For excellent role-playing, you're all going to get a fortune token. Available at campaigncoins.com. In this game, you can spend fortune in
you.
one of 3 ways.
Thank you.
You can spend it to say, you know that challenge or attack I just made, which missed? No, it didn't. It hit. So it's not a reroll that's better than a reroll. It's just like, that didn't happen, I hit. And in this game, that's a pretty astounding buff. You can also use it to help your friends, if you have any friends, or your ancestral hatreds. You can give another player 2 boons. And you can do that after they've flubbed their roll.
Very cool.
Or the final thing you can do is you can change any D6 result from a 1 to a 6. So if you want to do some more damage or, I don't know, make a death saving throw, that's a good time to get a 6. So that is what you can do with fortune, and you're only going to get 1. So there's no more coming. The fortune spigot has been switched off, so use it wisely.
Good to know.
You are on your way to Grantham, and so it's like through the soldier forest curves around a little bit here, and so you're going through some kind of through some trees there, and it is spring, but it feels like
Watch that mic.
whoa! It feels like the Australian is destroying the set. So here we are, making our way through the soldier forest. Let us come from this direction for maximum inconvenience to.
Okay, I got stubby arms, so I need.
We
to
have a
use
claw
the,
thing, yeah.
claw.
The
I also just have
claw.
long arms.
I love a claw.
Must be nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. It's
My arms
very
are medium
convenient.
sized, so I just want to say I'm completely average in every way.
All
Your
right.
mediocrity has been noted.
That's all you ever want.
What I feel like the channel needs more of is
Here's
more
little
straight
Gus
mediocrity.
toting his bag and
Oh,
walking
Gus.
along.
Oh, this sweet
Who
boy.
honestly is now having the time of his life. He's out here with his mates, and he's got a bit of a spring in his step. It's like, So making your way. So spring's here, and already it feels like there should be this kind of nice kind of sunshine just starting to warm you up, but it is more. There's like a low heat without the brightness. Things seem very still, and there's definitely kind of buzzing of insects around. But, forests are often kind of places you don't go into in the northern reaches because this is an old land and there are old things. The genies, which made the world and everything in it, they are in far distant locations, and they are said to be terrible entities that the desperate worship as gods. There are a lot of gods worshipped now in these times because the emperor is dead. Who will save you? So you're making your way, feeling just like the day is a little bit hot, the air is a little bit dead, and the trees, which should be kind of with kind of green shoots and spring, already seem to be kind of like looking just a little bit lackluster, a bit drooping. It's an odd kind of day. But then it has been an odd kind of a night as well. So you're making your way through the soldier forest, and you reach a crossroads. There's a road south. Somewhere I have my fine compass. There she blows. So there's a road south leading down to the Clear Lake. The road, this is why I love this compass, because I look at the damn map upside down. The road west leads to Grantham. The road north, you don't want to take that road. That will take you to the road through the Barrows. That's how you get to the village of Crossings, which is a fine city of Crossings, which is a fine city, but that's a road you only want to take during the day and you want to start early. You can make perception rolls.
Oh, yeah. 16. Plus my intellect, right?
10 is a success.
I know.
So yeah, 16. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
16 is awesome. You are awesome and sharp-eyed, ready for danger.
Thank you.
10.
10, all right.
17.
17, fantastic. So you know that the roads are bad, and indeed there are some folks just loitering, just hanging around near the trees.
I'd notice more, but I'm helping Gus with his resume. We're just trying to think
Yeah.
what might be good at.
What are you passionate about,
Help
guys?
me with me what?
Well, okay, too big of a word. Got it. So, do you like horses? Let's start with horses.
Yeah, I like horses.
All right, you like horses.
They don't like me though. I got bitten here and I got kicked.
You got bit
and
by a
so
horse?
this is going on,
Yeah.
and you can see
Yep.
there's two guys there just lounging in the trees. One of them is just, having heard you all come along with this lecture, just stringing his bow, and they're just kind of looking. And you also can see that there are some folks just hanging around this crossroads for no reason. You're right up
Yeah.
the front there.
Yep. And she just whistles super loudly, and I won't do it because that will probably be terrible for the mics.
Oh, yeah, last time I was here, I screamed and viewers complained. So knock yourself out.
Yeah. So just a super loud whistle and goes, "Hello, boys. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Wait for the next group to pass. Or come on out and say hi."
All right. So would you like to put some Intimidate on top of that?
Yes, I would.
Excellent. Who wouldn't? So when you intimidate someone, you can either use your strength or I think it's will, and you're going against their will.
Cool.
So choose your... So if you're using strength, it's like,
Yeah.
do not mess with me.
Yep.
So have a go.
Nice. It's cocked. I want to take the roll that I can see. Ah, shoot, I should have left with the cock one. It's a 5. I did a 6. It's a 6. I did a 6. I did a very good job.
All right.
fail.
So...
Did a good job. Real good job.
So you're just trying to talk them out of it.
Yeah.
And they're still kind of, checking it out. And then the next person comes up the path, who's Copper. All right.
Okay, so animals are out, cooking's out, cleaning's out.
So he's just having a lecture, and then you're next. What are you doing?
Less of a lecture, more of just trying to figure something out. It's a puzzle.
I am going to waltz up next to Amaka and say, "I believe my friend said clear the path."
I'm sorry, what are we yelling about now?
All right, that sounds like you're using your will against their will. Their will, by the way, is 9, so you weren't that far off.
Oh, man.
All right.
The first one was a 16.
Ooh,
19 plus 1 is 20.
All right,
19.
so
Very good.
this dwarf priest with impressive beard and a magnificent belly turns up, and no problem, mates. Yeah, having a good day. We're all having a good day, aren't we, boys? Oh yeah, having a good day. Yeah.
That's all I said.
Was that the
Misogynistic
signal?
ass bandits. What was that?
Nothing.
I just want to point at whoever just said that with my cigar. If I have to come over there, I'm putting this out in your fucking eye.
She'll do it. Saw her do it last week.
I tried to do it to him. He doesn't have eyes.
I don't know.
We don't want any problem, mate.
That's what
You're
I
right.
thought. Regains some of her lost bravado and continues to walk.
All right, so it is clear to you that Gus would have been murdered.
Yep.
Golly.
All right, and of course the Australian passive-aggressive use of the word "mate." If someone says "you're right, mate," they're not your mate.
But I took it so sincerely because I'm from Los Angeles.
Everyone's
We don't have
lovely
friends
here.
in LA.
So nice. They're so sweet.
Oh my god, she's so nice.
In Los Angeles, when they say mate, that means you're in a common law marriage.
Yeah, that's true.
Or a cult.
Alrighty.
Same.
Difference.
So you go on your way to Grantham. the village
When
of
we passed by,
Grantham.
Gus, did you even notice the bandits?
Well, hang on, Copper. Can you just hold that there for a second? What are you saying? Oh my God.
Okay, no. He's never allowed to go outside.
You
End
know,
of
he
state-
might be good for law enforcement. I'm starting to think law enforcement might be the
How do you think that? Why do you think that? What in your magical, mechanical brain says the boy that did not see the bandits would be good at law enforcement?
Well, I didn't say he'd be good at it. I just said he'd be good fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. He's
Amaka,
good
don't-
cop, very easily killed cop. I got it.
Amaka, don't waste too much time. That robot don't have any beer in him. He's not one of the good ones.
Oh my god. If he says that one more time, I'm gonna believe it's true. Now, I've been a lot of places as a military officer, and I don't remember that being true, but now, just the strength of your conviction.
No, you just gotta suck on him hard enough.
Good to know. Licko, I'm gonna leave that one to you. On it!
Cash.
1, stop. 2, I literally have a sword for an arm, and I will hurt you, good sir.
Is that why you keep going like this?
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. I thought maybe you're wearing some sort of weird oven mitt.
Nope, don't got fingers on this hand, just a sword. Stab.
As we walk.
So,
Alright, Orem, so what's your deal? You look like a priest. You cuss like a sailor.
Yeah.
There's a hole in your
You eat like a
beard.
pig,
Yeah.
You drink all the beer. Rude.
drink like a fish.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
thought we were
Thank
still
you.
comparing things. So.
Well, we let it fall away after what it was implied. You know what? That's good. You're good. We're all contributing here. What's your
What's my contribution? I'm backup.
No, what's your back story? Why are you like this?
I believe the common parlance is "What's your deal, good sir?"
Well, let's just say I've made some bad deals in my time, and I'm trying to make a couple of good ones to get my ledger straight.
Oh, that was ominous, and now I just have more questions.
So many more.
Cool. I liked it. It was fine.
Let's just say that if the worst thing I encounter is your cigar smoke, I will be having a good day.
You can make perception rolls for me.
Can we make perception?
Can you?
Okay, I'm about to
can
quit on
You
these dice.
They are.
A 4.
Hell yeah!
They are
Maybe not.
beautiful.
So
Do I add
fools.
will?
What's perception?
It should be.
So my
factored
perception
in.
is 11, so I don't know what that means.
It's
You get a 1 to
basically
that.
you should be one more than your intellect. So
Uh-huh.
Oh,
that
one more
is
than your
you will add 1 to your roll.
Well, I got a 10 total.
10 is a success.
Squeaked it out. That's why I
fine.
asked.
Okay, no worries. Amika, the reason you fail is because you're on some level looking for danger, and there's no danger. So
Okay,
you're kind of focusing on, like, is there anybody as we come in, anybody in the forest there? You can see that this immediate building is an inn. It's called the Basket of Plenty. It's really nice, painted. There are some kind of nice paintings of kind of vegetables and vines and sprouts on the side of it. It looks very homely indeed. You can hear the banging of a blacksmith. There's a forge, and that's the blacksmith kind of house over here, and this is the forge behind. And also a huge shout out, of course, to my friends at Paizo. I love their flip mats. It's like shooting on location. So props to Stephen McFarlane and I think he's working with, I forgot the artist name, but anyway, they are tops. Those who made the role also get just a little bit kind of little sus on. There was a fire here. You know, there's just a little sense of kind of burning and ash, and so those are the things that strike you as you arrive in the village of Grantham. Okay, and there are some kids playing, some young children, and you can see kind of there's a man working at the forge with 2 youths, possibly his sons. So this is your impressions as you arrive, and you can see that there are fields up the back of the town.
It's either... Is it unclear what these other buildings are, or they just don't strike us as remarkable?
It is more that as you come around into the town, you'll get a better look. You can see that this is a farmhouse, and it seems to be connected to the fields up there. Then, in fact, there are 2 farmhouses up there. So this is also a farmhouse. This is a very small kind of shack. Like it's like a cottage for one. And up here, I'm just retconning the map here. Yeah, you're going to have to get a little deeper into the village before you can see what's going on, but I'll just say it's not. Oh, that's a good texture. Marker in America. That is not a localization.
Let me help you with that.
Shot. So that is not a stone tower. All right. Oh, my leg. This is what you're seeing. So certainly there are, with the smith, he's working away. The younger son is kind of really into it. The slightly older son is kind of really looking at you and kind of checking you all out.
Are they humans? What ancestry?
Yeah, they're all humans. Yep. And yeah, there were kids playing, and the little girl saying, "Hi." Ah! Lico gives her the high hand, and she bursts into tears and runs into the pub.
Nailed it.
Hey, come Lico.
Hey.
What do we talk about?
No eye contact.
No eye contact, and no scaring the kids. Drop.
That actually seemed unintentional.
It's
Don't
never
worry about it.
intentional, but you can't do it.
I mean, you did your best, Licko.
No, we
That's
didn't.
okay. Yeah. I mean, Scott is like that, like ugly cute. You just stare at him for a while, like you're precious.
He's not a pug.
I mean, kind of though.
All
He
right.
does have that thing where one eye kind of goes the
Yeah.
wrong way, and then he doesn't breathe right at all.
No.
I spent the whole time in the wheelbarrow with him, and I don't know that he took a straight breath the entire time.
Nope.
All
So
right,
you,
Gus,
you
lead
have
the way.
a deep and unreasonable and ancestral hatred of goblins. How was a morning in a wheelbarrow with one? How did that?
Oh, I studied him intensely. I know every weak spot on his body. I could hit him 3 different times with a staff and knock him right over if I needed to.
Good. All right.
I'm going to try and detect the source of this faint smoke which I have winded.
Okay. Well,
Think what? Exhales a big breath.
so going up there, there's the well, covered well, getting out into the middle of the village, and certainly now the door of the pub opens, and there's a woman there. She has a baby in arms, and she
There's
says,
a lot of breeders in this village.
welcome, welcome everyone.
ma'am.
Why are you having kids? The world's going to end.
Wow. That was blunt,
Ain't you a ball of charm?
but not inaccurate.
I'm just saying we rolled a 9 earlier. I'm not sure
What?
what's
What?
involved
Well,
in that.
My
but-
ears are bleeding from you saying that.
There have been worrying news lately, but I'm sure that things will be all right now.
I agree,
Are
ma'am.
you hungry and thirsty?
Yes, please.
I'm physically incapable of both those things. Real quick, ma'am. Do you know where Gus, what's the name of the
Grantham
Arm.
sprouts.
Yeah,
The sprouts?
all of here. That's where they come from.
well, we're trying to find the person this one, motion to Gus, bought some from?
My name's Enid, by the way.
No one asked Enid.
Nice
Did you name your baby, or have you given up all hope at this point?
Okay, that's 2. No more.
It's okay.
You can just
we've
call it
had
baby,
dwarves
that's
come
okay.
through before.
A lot of them
They're
don't
like
make it to
that.
age 2.
This is Missy.
Oh, hi, Missy.
Hello,
You
Missy.
might as well name it baby, Missy.
Are they coming in or what? Comes out another woman. She is taller and she's kind of covered in flour. Give me the baby. Enid hands Missy to Charlotte. Come on. Welcome,
Thank you.
travellers. Now you, of course, apart from displaying fantastic social skills, are looking around. And now that you've kind of strolling around the village and creating a bit of a sensation, like, dwarves out in daylight, my God.
What a weirdo.
How dare.
And overground, you can see at the back of the village there is a burned farmhouse.
Hollywood.
So that is like all the timbers have come in,
Uh-huh.
and that seems to have happened somewhat recently. Now a voice says, "Ah, a dwarf! Pleased to meet you, mate." As the smithy has finally, the kid who's really into it's like, Dad, look, Dad. And so he's putting down the hammer and says, "Oh, welcome."
Pleased to meet you. My name's Orem.
Oh, well. So he's like gesturing you over to the forge.
Oh, yeah, that looks good. Yeah.
Are you going?
You're doing a good job? Sure, I'll go over to the forge.
Okay, cool. So he's like, there's a dwarf in town. Like he's wants to kind of talk to you. So Orem is going over to the forge. You're standing at the door. You're talking to Enid and Charlotte. And you were carrying Gus around, I think, to try to find out who the sprout purveyor was.
Yep.
It was from the Pharaohs.
Pharaohs, all right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and he's pointing up to this farmhouse up here. All right. And what are you up to, Liko?
Liko, like a young puppy, is got his nose to the ground, is just moving around, following scents everywhere, and is going to make his way towards the burnt building.
Okay, great. So you're heading up there. You're heading over here. You're still talking to Enid?
Yep. Perfect. Sure. Yeah. Some friends, a friend of ours bought some sprouts from here. They broke a little bad. How's your crop this season?
Enid looks at Charlotte, and Charlotte hands Missy back. It hasn't been the best of years.
Oh yeah, there's no threat or shade happening. It's hard all around. I get it. We just wanted to come and see if there's anything we could do to help, because keeping the South fed is more important than anything.
So that is really well spoken, and so you're unconsciously persuading her.
Yeah. And lying. I'm gonna kill this whole room of people if they're messing with my sweet Gus.
Starting with Missy.
All right, so you could use your intellect here
6
because
o'clock.
you're more or less saying I'm a reasonable person, you're a reasonable person.
Sweet.
Okay, against her will.
All right.
That's a 20.
That is a natural 20.
So what is happening? There's a bit of a look. They kind of don't want to talk about it outside of the town. They have a problem that they need to sort out, and they didn't want to bring anyone into it. But you've turned up so reasonable and looking sort of so like...
Yeah, she's definitely like puffing up and like trying to show off some of her officers' regalia.
Why don't you come up with me to the fields?
Sweet, okay.
All right.
I even offered to hold Missy. Gotta get in good with this fam. She holds her kind of weird though. Just
Arms line.
Yeah. Just there.
Cigarette ash falling off her head.
Missy is kind of squirming around, reaching for the cigar.
Nope, do not smoke this thing, my dude. You
Giggling.
must be at least 4. All right.
That's when I started.
I'll take her.
Cool. I tried.
All right, so Enid is staying in the basket of plenty, and Charlotte is coming with you up to the fields. You are talking to the Pharaohs.
Now, sir, the product this young man purchased was insufficient and also exploded into a fine mist of vomit-inducing horror.
Okay, so as you are saying that to Michael, and he's like, he's the farmer, and he's an old guy, and he's like, well, and his wife steps up, she's much younger, and says, there was nothing wrong with the produce. What happened, Gus? Did you do something bad to it?
Don't blame the kid.
And now Charlotte is coming up and said, excuse me, Michael, did I hear right that you sold sprouts to Buchan? Yeah. And then Michael looks at Abigail, his wife, and they both...
Michael, right? Michael?
Yeah.
Sir, I'm much bigger than you.
What? Oh, we're doing a different strat.
All right, okay, make an intimidate roll.
Okay.
We're looking at 12.
Nice.
Well, you have intimidated Michael. You have not intimidated Abigail.
Sweet.
What do you mean by that? Clockwork?
Okay, Abigail, we're all
Is your
friends.
maker around?
Well, Abigail.
I have no expression, so I can't exactly be offended or shocked or anything. But quite simply, look, you sold us a faulty product. We want our money back. We want a good thing here.
Oh, cool. Tactful, so tactful.
All right.
I'm a goddamn robot. What do
I
you
know.
want?
I was nice for 1 minute and
Tense
it's blown
times
out.
in the village as you are approaching a burned out farmhouse. Okay. Also, as you go along, you can smell wet clay coming from here. And in fact, you will see that there is an old man and he's looking at you and just shaping a big ball of clay and a smaller ball.
I give him a big toothy smile.
What are we talking
He
about?
gets his thumb and he scoops a little crescent into the small ball. And then he starts to pull a nose out of it.
Oh.
Oh, he's ghosting.
Confused. I think it might be magic that he was casting.
He's not casting, he's literally moulding clay.
Oh, okay. All right, so he's more.
But, sorry, you're a goblin. Yes, clearly he's stolen your soul.
He's doing some magic is happening.
He's taking your
I
spirit.
go closer and I pull out my knife. And I get closer to him.
Oh, that's good. Is that right? Okay, yeah. Just Oh, yeah, just like that. Can you stay like that for a moment?
I hold the pose.
Okay, great. So you're never making it to the...
No.
Because now you're
No.
an artist model.
Oh my god,
excellent.
so agreeable.
You are over at the forge.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think? Now, what you think is it looks like a hick village human forge.
Yeah.
He's capable of making a horseshoe. Let's not go too far.
Yikes.
But he is very proud of it. He's, and things are certainly kind of well organised. And you can see that his boy, his name is Benson Smith.
What's
His
name?
the boy is Gunther. And Gunther hero worships his dad. You can see that. The other boy is just kind of like eye rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks miserable, the older boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I think you're doing a fine job given the low quality heat source that you have here. If you had coal, or more specifically anthracite, in order to stoke the forges here, you might be able to craft...
what?
Anthracite is a particular type of...
Yeah, I got plenty of coal. We got bellows. The forge is hot enough. Why don't you try it?
Oh my god, they're having a dad off.
Well, I'd certainly be amenable to demonstrating my skills if that's what you are so interested in. Certainly.
I know you've read extensively on forging. Have you done any?
Well, it says my profession is minister.
Yep. So you're a preacher.
And
that is to say, you're a historian of the honoured dead, as the dwarves.
So I doubt that I've done.
So you have ancestors who were smiths and great smiths.
Yeah.
They have made things far beyond the dreams of this fairly thick countryman.
Can I apply my dwarf history to whatever
for sure.
is going to happen?
Yeah. Okay.
here?
So make an intellect roll.
So that gives me a boon.
Nice.
I don't want to use a D3 for that, though. I've decided. 10 plus 5 is 15.
That will do it.
All right. So you remember all the kind of woodcuts and more the dwarven sculptures, and the bas reliefs, because they make the most amazing things. They carve them from salt and they carve them from quartz. So
I take 3 or 4 different kinds of metal, and you want to use what the dwarves traditionally refer to as a San Mai technique. You may know it as the taco technique. You're going to take your soft metal and put that around the outside, and then you put your hardened steel in the middle there, and you sort of bend that around. If you hammer some divots in there, you'll get a nice raindrop pattern.
He is fascinated. Listen up, Gunther. Wilfred. Oi, come here. God, head in the clouds. Get over yourself. Listen up. School's in. Charlotte says the Pharaohs will pay refund for the bad produce.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can we just get good produce?
Unfortunately, we don't have a crop at this time. Abigail gives Charlotte a bit of a stink eye and then goes inside and comes back with the silver.
Nice.
And I hand that to Gus.
Right, you really want to... He
Do
puts
not
it in
hand-
his pocket, which
Actually,
has a
never-
hole.
Actually, give that back. Give
Luckily,
that
it
back right
falls
now.
into his shoe.
Gus, take off your shoe.
do you mean,
Please hand
luckily?
back. Please hand back the silver.
That's the system.
All right, you've got the silver.
Great. Remove the head, plop it in, put the head back on.
Oh my god, I hated that. I hated being here for that.
What was that
Continue.
smell?
Dang, dang, dang,
Dang,
dang,
dang,
dang,
I
dang, dang.
hate it. Am I gonna have to tilt? How do I get the coin out?
I mean, I come apart. I'm a robot.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
Oh, that was a big deal just yesterday, but today, oh, I come apart. It's not an issue at all. You want to find a tiny coin?
well-
Woo-woo!
We're sorry.
I'm not
for
a
the-
beer keg,
We're
goddammit.
sorry for the problem, says Charlotte.
We
We
appreciate
had a
your,
village meeting and we decided we weren't going to be selling any produce this year. And I don't know why that happened. Maybe we could talk about that later.
I mean, times are
Michael.
tough, and Gus is an idiot, so I get. He's got Mark written all over his sweet, stupid face. I get it. I get
Gus
it.
thinks you're the
Charlotte.
best. He's like,
Yeah. God bless you so
you're
much.
talking about him? That's great.
Yeah, I would die for this sweet boy, but I know what he is.
Now, ma'am, what exactly did happen to your crops?
Abigail and Michael both look to Charlotte, who now you kind of get the idea she's kind of the burgomistress. She's really the in charge here, and they're kind of saying nothing, and she says, "Come have a look." All right, he has sculpted a tiny clay liko.
That's awesome.
It's lacking one finishing touch, of course.
What's that? The lick? I give it the endorsement of the lick.
So you can have a look. There you go. But what? What? You've just licked your face off.
It's a little lopsided.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very good. Yeah. Well, it is certainly a likeness. Thank you very much. Thank you. And you can see now into his cottage for one. It's quite unkempt in there. It's not kept well at all. But he's built lots of shelves, kind of badly, rickety, and they're just full of clay figures, and they're all kind of staring at you out of the dust. You can make a perception roll.
Okay. That is a 16 on the die.
So they're singular pieces of artwork. They have a lot of character, and he seems to have a real facility for capturing character. And in fact, on the closest shelf, there's one. You can see that it is him, and he is faced to look at where he sculpts. It's like he's constantly looking over himself, judging himself as he works. He has a kiln out the back where he fires them. But your eyes do hit upon as you're going, oh, that one looks kind of tall, like Charlotte. And that one kind of looks like a matronly, kind of like Enid. And you're starting to see all the villagers are in there as well. Except that there is a group of 3 figures. And obviously it's all fired in a kiln. They seem to have been refired. So they are blackened and crumbly and charcoaled.
Okay.
And Arnold catches your eye, like lingering on them, and then he frowns and closes the door, so you can't look into his hut anymore.
What's
Well,
that?
thanks very much for.
But Dad, what was that?
Yeah, those are my. I'll put you in the kiln.
No!
No. I mean you.
Oh, okay. I walk away to go around this house to break in.
Okay, sure. He is going around to the kiln, so it's a doddle to break into an old man's house who trusted you. Like, that's an easy thing to do.
Great. I do it. I have no issue with this.
All right, so
Goblins are known for having scruples.
you are giving this lecture, and they're generally wrapped.
Now the
And
thing
then-
is, you don't want your iron to get too hot before you do the quench, but you want to make sure that it's definitely up to temperature.
You realise that Benson, he's kind of made these kind of, iron collars for himself, and he's got leather in there, and so he's fashioned some things for himself as well.
Okay.
But around his neck, he wears kind of like a link chain he's made, and then he's clearly found a piece of gold from the barrow, and this gold is really glittering on his neck, and the light from the forge is really capturing this piece of gold.
Yeah.
And as you're talking, giving your lecture, you find you're delivering it to the gold.
Yeah.
What would you do for gold?
So and anyway, that wraps up my my history lecture here. I hope this has been informative. My tutelage.
Oh.
Services I've provided.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, well, that's fair. That's what I say, boys. A fair day's work. Now we're gonna learn with all the extra smelting and the heating. Yeah, I think that's Now, all right. So Gunther, why don't you go inside? Tell Mum to get you a silver.
Well, you know, I'm a dwarf, right? We don't truck with the softer metals.
Well, you know, it's that's what
Isn't gold the soft?
we
Yeah,
can
we all
afford. We'll make it two silvers.
You're getting closer. The history of my people is a deep and closely guarded secret that I don't just share with anyone in the village. Did I walk into your tavern and tell them the secrets of making some of the finest dwarven ale? No, I did not. I chose to share my great and glorious knowledge with you.
Make a will roll.
Dwarven history apply to this?
No. Dwarven bullshit.
Or bullshit.
That is part of your
Natural
history.
20.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yes. I'm really good at role-playing games. I don't know if you guys know that.
At least one D&D, at least once.
Yeah, okay, respect.
Yeah. Look, I was wrong. That's definitely worth 3 silvers. Yeah. And Gunther is like, 3 silvers, Dad? Yep, go get it.
You know, I don't... Tell you what. You seem to be a poor village, lacking in knowledge and hard on your times, like most human communities.
I'm offended.
Tell you what,
Town
why
boy.
don't we just trade information? I've given you some information. Why don't you tell me where you got that gold piece?
Well, it's early days. Early days for me as a young man.
Yeah.
But me and me mate, we thought we'd go to the Barrows.
Mm-hmm.
And we opened a tomb.
Yeah.
And what we found there wasn't alive! It wasn't alive, and Dad killed it with a shovel! Yeah, Gunther, that's the way the story goes.
Mm-hmm.
And Wilfred is kind of going, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say, boy? I said, yeah, Dad. Yeah, Wilfred. Why don't you repeat back some of what this esteemed gentleman said? I wasn't listening. Get inside and help your mother.
That's when I kick him at the door. This is whole thing's been a sting operation. You've been grave robbing.
Down on the floor. Everybody down on the floor.
I just pop out in a ghillie suit.
I'm going to ignore that. But yeah, it's something that he did as a young man.
Uh-huh. You think there's more gold up in them barrows?
There's golden things besides. It's foolish. And only I came back.
Sure, foolish for someone who's as weak as a human, but for those of us who've been...
I'm
Destined-
saying my friend died in front of my eyes. You know a lot, but maybe sometimes you should listen too. That's what happened.
Tell me something new. We're all gonna die. Listen, I don't know if you're familiar, but the world is ending. There was a 9 that was rolled earlier. Meanwhile, you go on procreating. I'm concerned with the immediate. There's no future. Let's make ourselves happy now. You know a great way to do that? Money.
Yeah,
God,
thanks.
I know someone out there
Thanks
is
for
able to
the,
do this. Make a gif of that.
Gif
please.
that.
do not give
Gif
that.
it.
Clip it.
Gif it.
Clip it.
Clip it and gif it.
Thanks for the advice.
The barrows, you say? All right.
Okay, you are all up the back of the farm.
Yep.
Okay. And Charlotte is taking you to the fields. Okay. So here are the sprout fields. Up here looks nice and green. You can see they're growing on the stalks and they've got that nice bright green colour of a new sprout. Here it looks really kind of fetid and swampy, like everything is decaying. And there seem to be kind of twin furrows. And they go like here, and then to there. They turn, and they turn, and they turn, and they keep going. And in profile, they kind of look like that. So,
Butt.
sort of
Buttons.
Got it.
yeah, weirdly.
Is that butt magic? I know.
Yeah, yeah. It's two kind of.
It's always butt magic.
Ask Lico about that.
So it's snaking, and it's the further away from the town proper, the better they look.
Yes, it's like it goes up to about here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to sense magic again.
Okay, excellent. So now this is a new day, and you can sense magic, I think, twice a day.
Yep.
So because it's a whole new day, so yep, you do that. And yes, that otherworldly influence, and it is freshest up here, and you get the impression that happened last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is something that is ongoing.
What happened in the last day, Charlotte?
Well, the crop's been failing, and we don't know why.
Not those ones.
Yeah, but they're just not ready to pick yet. They're too small. Hopefully they'll be all right, whatever blight it is. And they show that they've kind of like dug a channel here and kind of separated them. It should be all right.
I'd like to pick a rotten sprout.
Yep.
And just kind of investigate it, I guess. I don't have a mouth. I can't. Why do they all look like faces?
Yeah, we'll dig them over. It's not good.
Good heavens, those sprouts have faces and they're making them, and you're just gonna cover them with. Charlotte, what in the fuck happened in this town? Girl,
Come on, Charlotte.
I know you have
Let
not
me
spent your
know.
time baking well. You're covered in flour, but please get your act together. Help me help you.
It's true, man.
Well,
I would like to help. I am an officer of the law.
we-
and also, this is horrifying. Yes, I am.
The crops have failed, and obviously we're distressed about it, and it hasn't happened before. And if you can help in any way, we would certainly appreciate it.
I mean, I'm willing to help, but for Missy's sake, at least, you've got to give me as much information as you have.
Well, if you can help, we would be grateful, and we would pay for the help.
Also,
And I
man,
just turn and stomp away from her.
Lico.
Yes.
So you go into the dark hut.
Upset
Now,
someone's
because it's
face, I
on a
don't.
high shelf, you've once again kind of got to scramble up to look. But yeah, you can see all of these kind of figures.
Yeah.
And you can see all the people of the town. And he really does capture the likeness of people, you know. And you can see the Farrows there. You can see the Spencers, that's Enid and Charlotte and their 3 kids. You can see the Smiths. You can see that next to the figure of him, there is another figure of a woman. And that is probably the cleanest figure in the whole room. No dust is ever allowed to fall on that. But you were interested in the 3 that had been refired. Seems to have been maybe 2 adults and a youth, but they are very kind of blackened. And also make another perception roll.
12.
Okay, that's a success. So just near them, apart from you, the most recent figure made is of a man, and he has a large kind of wide-brimmed hat, and he's kind of got his arms folded, and he wears a kind of cloak back. And as the figure is there, you feel that this clay figure is judging you.
I take them. I take the figure and the blackened ones, and I put them in my bag.
Sure.
In my box. For my snuff.
All right. So you have been at the forge. Gunther comes out with the 3 silvers from Mum.
I don't want your money. I said we'd trade information.
Yeah, well, what can I tell you?
Well, you could tell me the safest, most direct route to the Barrows.
Well, everybody knows where they are.
Get that too.
That is just travel north. Probably better go to the main path. And the roads have been bad lately, so mind how you go, but you probably take care of yourself. But about a day. But obviously people have been going there for years, decades. Those tombs go back to the first people. And I can
Dwarves
say,
are the first people. You're all just newcomers.
well, the first men and women.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said.
So yeah, he will talk about that for a bit. Gunther, who's coming back, is really digging it, you know, and Benson gets that look in his eye, and says, but it's you don't want to go there. There are things there that should be left alone. I learned that the hard way. In fact, you know what? And he takes the necklace off. There you go. Take that. Don't go there. The minute you get the gold, you are taken back to a time years ago where you made an inadvisable bargain to do with gold. And it all comes flooding back to you. You made a promise to somebody who should not be bargained with. And you actually that day bargained a small part of your soul. Your character actually has one corruption. Now, we haven't explored this, but you have a point of corruption because Rob Schwab wrote a chart and you arrived with it. So in Shadow of the Demon Lord, if you ever get a point of corruption, which you do for murdering people, stealing, doing deals with the devil to get gold, you roll a d20, and if you roll under your current corruption, you get a mark of corruption. So now you're going to roll a d20, and if you roll a 1, which is your current corruption, you will get a mark of corruption.
Do it. Roll a 1.
Roll
a 1.
No!
Hey, Die, roll a 1.
11.
Darn it!
2 ones.
That's a success
Die,
for
what
not
the-
rolling a 1. I'm going to take this gold and I'm going to look at it and I
Can
give
I
it
spend this to make him roll a 1?
I give it
Ah.
No, you can only make a die 6 or give him a boon.
I give it the old dwarven chomp and I say, you know, you seem to have learned your lesson about the barrows. But Gunther, you seem like you're still curious about life, adventure, treasure. Is that right?
Yeah. I don't know when you got so concerned about human life, Dad. Shut up, Wilfred.
Yo, Wilfred is my dude.
Oh, Wilfred's like having a rebellious day.
He's like deep in his goth phase right now with no
Yeah.
Hot Topic as an outlet.
No, he's got My Chemical Romance playing in his room and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I tell you what, Gunther. Sometimes the lesson is the only treasure you need is right here at home.
Now, you want to give that up. You want to? You can do it again.
I'm giving it to Gunther.
I'm giving you this.
Uh-huh.
But your love of gold, this is a will roll. This is a will challenge. You think, I'm going to make a magnanimous gesture, and your arm is locking up, your fingers are clenching tighter, Gunther is reaching for it as the crackle of dwarven muscles.
You hear the god of dwarves going, "What are you doing?
There
you
is no
idiot?"
god of dwarves. They have no gods.
good call.
He hears
Good
his
point.
ancestors.
I'm using one of my banes to help.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm using a boon from the chat.
boon. Natural
Chat-
20 anyhow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 21.
Oh, well. It is. This is a turning point for you. It is like you're closing the door on a dark point in your life.
You humans are too weak and frail to go seeking your fortune. Leave that to us dwarves.
And-
I knock my staff twice against the forge and I walk out of the bar.
Yeah, Benson is like truly impressed, and Gunther and Wilfred is just kind of eye rolling.
This tool.
All right.
It's a good thing you gave that up. I was going to lick that later.
So you have got yourself a little memento. Are you licking it?
Of course.
Okay. It tastes like judgment.
Tastes like burnt flesh.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I've licked it. It tastes like judgment.
Yep.
I want someone else to lick this. I want them to taste the judgment as well and see if it's weird. See if they taste it.
Okay.
I don't need to lick it. That's weird.
Yeah.
Are you coming back to see the others, or are you
Yes.
going back to as you were? You were heading to the back of the village before.
I'm gonna go to the others and I want to find Gus and I want to try and persuade him to lick it as well.
All right. So, yeah, Gus is like. So we going now?
Yeah, Gus.
Probably want to. While the roads are good.
How much daylight do we have still?
Well, it's probably now certainly lunchtime. I mean, you can get to and from for Buchan and Grantham in a day. So, all right, now if you produce, I know you're not the smartest goblin in the village. You're the only goblin in the village. But if you produce this, everyone is going to know exactly where it came from. You're literally flourishing in the market square. Is that what happens, or do you think better of it?
I pull Gus down to me, and as I
Don't
bring
lick
him
me!
and I produce it between the two of us.
Yeah.
Not exactly like hiding it, but you know.
What's that? No, I'm not licking it. No. Lick it. No, I've told you before.
It tastes funny.
Not since you made me lick that broom. That was horrible.
It was a mop. Thank you.
That's why he's going to get fired. Can't tell the difference between a broom and a mop.
Yeah.
Okay, we're checking that off the list.
Janitorial, right
Not
out.
happening.
All right, so
Gus, Licka, what are you two doing? What?
Chop it.
I've got it like held in my hand.
What you got there, Licky?
Hey, buddy.
okay. So Charlotte finishes up. If you can help in any way, we know about farming. We don't know what's causing this blight, but hopefully it'll be stopped.
We'll
Anyway,
look into it.
feel free to come and have a meal or a drink.
Thanks.
It'll be on the house. We're sorry for the trouble, aren't we?
Very
She
appreciated.
says to the Pharaohs. And Abigail is feeling like a bit.
I wink at Abigail.
Yeah.
Jerk.
I'm still kind of squishing the rotten sprouts I took.
Yike. Yikes.
They're not good. Okay. So you all lean in and let us say, by the means of montage, you share the information of everything that's happened so far, blah, 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 blah. You may now discuss freely.
I mean, if you ask me, them look like goblin butt tracks.
What?
Too round. Goblins have very.
It's a pancake
Too big.
situation. Too big and too round. This is
Yeah, that's
clearly some
maybe
sort
like
of,
Is that
Could
the
be an
biggest you
ogre.
get? Is
Like
that size?
like a dwarf donk.
Oh, that's disappointing. I was hoping to kill a
Dwarves
really big
do
one.
have very large posteriors,
Yes,
but I'm
it's-
pretty sure we're looking at an orc.
Okay.
Huge.
butt?
Bigger than an orc. Bigger than you.
Ogre butt?
Just a giant.
Ogre butt. Could be
Giant
an ogre
butt?
Giant butt?
Giants are mountains, so no.
Okay. Well, somewhere betwixt a dwarf and a giant. Got it. All right.
It's like between a rock and a hard place. Between a dwarf and a giant.
I respect that.
I do not. Okay. Well,
That was a platitude.
yeah.
So,
We discovered they understand nothing about their blight, but have decided to do literally nothing about it.
These are humans. They're inherently stupid people.
I will kick you in your little head. I'm not afraid to.
actually, his head's rather large.
Yeah,
for
it's
his
pretty
body.
big. I mean,
Proportionately, but
like-
it's so low to my knee right now.
yeah.
Let's
You're all
not-
low to my knee.
Both of you can just take a hot scoop of shut the fuck up right now. Humans are fine. Not these ones in particular.
I
but
said
like
nothing
general.
wrong about humans. You're
Wait.
shorter than me.
Are they serving shut the fuck up someplace?
Oh my god. You thirsty bitch.
Here,
Lick
have one of these.
Licka, what do you have?
I clutch it tight, and it's
Licky, I'll trade you.
What do you have? What are you holding up?
It
got
is
nasty.
a Brussels face.
He has a nasty sprout.
yeah. He swaps.
No, don't lick
Oh,
the big lick up.
it's-
See, this is what you
it's
do
not
when
good.
you give him.
But you're immune to disease, so that's fine.
So,
This is
Licky
creepy as
here
hell.
has a bad judgment fetish, totem, statue. I don't know the proper terminology for this thing. All I know is that it's kind of creepy.
Do we feel the judgment coming off of that?
Oh, well, thank you.
There you go. Do we feel the hot heat coming off of that boy?
No.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like judgment.
Mm.
You think that is an inquisitor of the Church of the New God.
Oh.
Like the hat, and also you can see, in fact, the face is a skull. It's a skull mask.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Interesting.
Hey,
And you know that because your family have always had to be very careful where the Church of the New God is concerned, to be seen publicly, to be talking about the new faith and the miracle of Saint Astrid, while privately, of course, practicing your old ways of the worship of the Lord and the Lady of Witchcraft. And witches do good, but there is always the worry that will be taken out of context. So yeah, you're familiar with these folks.
do I sense any magic from the thing?
No, it is
I
a
was built for it.
It is a clay statue made by that old guy in the hut. You know, who's just fired Lico, as it were, and it's coming around the corner and going back inside, and hopefully you won't notice one's missing.
Now, Lico, why this one?
It looked into me. I felt its judgments. I wanted you to feel it.
Lico, this is an inanimate object.
What?
It ain't do nothing.
Technically, that's just one step down from you. I wouldn't get too judgy about it myself.
Thank you.
Normally, I don't
I
like
will
your
step
people.
on you, Lico.
Alrighty.
Two, I'm
What are you
sentient.
gonna do?
Yeah.
I want to appear at the double charred people.
Yeah.
I want to.
I don't. You stole this one.
I stole that one, and I tried to grab the other three as well.
Yep.
But if I've only got that one, that's
Oh,
fine.
I'm so sorry. I had the impression it was that.
Oh, no, it's fine.
If you had taken a whole shelf full, you're a thief. You're a pickpocket, and you rob graves, but haven't been caught.
I got him several times.
If you want him, you can have a go. But if he makes a perception roll, he's going to see that literally a whole section of shelf is missing. So, do you want to have stolen them or not?
I want to have stolen them. Yes.
Okay, great. So you are going to have to. What are you going to do to try to disguise the fact that there's such a big gap missing on the shelf?
Does he have other books or anything in his house? Oh wait,
Not so much a book guy. There's a lot of small figures.
Do I have a? No, I don't have anything that I can just put in there. I want to reach into my snuff box, and what kind of snuff do I have in there? Some odds.
You tell me. It's your snuff box.
Okay, I've probably got ears and things like that. Things are discarded, and I'm going to put those
Ears?
there. Ears, from their snuff. Sorry about that.
No, snuff is tobacco, right? It's not like...
Ears.
Oh, I thought it was a snuff, like you killed people and you took something from them, so you snuff them and put them in their box.
I mean, I know this is called Shadow of the Demon Lord, but that's literally like the
It's a bit
most grim...
much.
If that,
I'm sorry, I took it too far. He's talking about infant killing. I'm the one too.
If
No, I didn't say infant killing.
Infant death, I'm sorry.
I said don't bother
infant
having
side.
any.
if that is what you believe your character's backstory is,
Is-
then by all means,
Then I think I have to kill
you
him.
will take one corruption for each ear in the box,
Oh.
or this is a misunderstanding and it's
Let's
chewing
go with the
tobacco.
misunderstanding. I'll take some tobacco and just.
Okay.
There we go. That's fair. It's a fair trade.
You're welcome to have killed people and get their ears. I'm
Hang
not
on,
saying you can't.
How many corruption is it for having an ear?
Well, if you've murdered a person, and kept their ear, that's certainly a corruption point. Maybe there's only one.
What if you just found...
Yeah, roll for
Bugger it! There was an ear.
9. He's got
Right,
9
okay.
ears.
Add a corruption point.
Yes.
All right.
It's in there with the tobacco. Keeps it
All
fresh.
right. So this
Yeah.
is a very dark side of Lico. That suddenly he
Lico's a
produces.
serial killer, yeah. That's very
Did you
dark.
think I'm a goblin?
Yeah.
Didn't think you were a serial killer.
It's just the one ear, and I didn't say they were dead.
He's a
Did not
great,
say
he's a
that.
great
Say
robber.
it.
He's got a point.
All right. Anyway, that is absolutely the shittest disguise of a crime scene ever.
Perfect.
The lucky
You just
thing
put
is,
an ear there instead of the 3?
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah.
some tobacco.
Yeah, that's he's noticing.
I
One
guess
ear, 2 piles of
that's-
tobacco.
But the thing is,
Let's be fair, that's
having
kind
arrived,
of a baller move, right?
there's still
flex, you know?
interesting people. So he's on his stoop again with clay, and now he's working on a taller figure,
Bless you.
and he's squaring it up. It seems like he's making you now. All right, what are you all doing?
I want to examine those figures that I stole.
Oh, yeah, certainly. So they've been refired. They're kind of cracked. Any sense of features on them is gone because they've been put back into the kiln and just baked until they're black. They're kind of crumbling and sooty.
Didn't you say something about there being a fire smell earlier?
Well, where you're standing, you can in fact see that there is a ruin here.
Yeah, we saw that.
I stand by what I said. Didn't you say something?
That's right. You and your perception roll.
I went towards that way.
Yeah.
Point.
Oh, looking up.
Yeah.
My
Some of that
weakness.
smoke isn't yours. It's actually.
Honestly, I am nose deaf at this point.
Yeah.
So
I just don't have one, so.
yeah.
Oh, hang
Draw
on. And I take that little piece of charcoal that you carry with you.
Yeah.
And I draw on a nice big dwarven nose.
Yikes.
I don't know. You look good now.
Yikes.
I'm
And
fine with this.
I draw a big smile on there too.
Oh, that actually is quite pleasant.
And you're happy about it.
Yep, I'm fine with this.
And you need a beard.
This is the tallest dwarf there's ever been.
Yeah. You
God,
must
no.
be standing on the well. I think you're standing on the cover.
Yeah,
of the
that's
stone well
exactly
there.
what-
Right, sure.
You
So
climb up on
make
the
an
well.
agility roll.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm good at this. Should have saved my boon for this. 13 minus 1 is 12, which is still a success.
Still
Where
did it.
did you get that incredibly fine metal D20?
Oh, well, I just happened to get this from a certain website I like to call campaigncoins.com.
Never heard of him.
Actually,
so-
I purchased this die at their booth at Gen Con a couple of years ago.
Indeed.
I don't know if they're going to be there again this year.
They certainly may be at booth 443. All right, we've pushed that as far as we can go. So thank you very much. You don't fall down the well while drawing a beard on the clockwork. You're welcome for lunch in the inn. You may wish to look at the burned thing, or you may wish to get back before dark. What are your plans?
Y'all go eat. I'm gonna go check out that burnt building.
I mean, I'm not hungry. Let's go check out the burnt building.
Looting. Yeah.
That's not
Not
what he
looting.
said.
Oh, I mean investigation.
All right, Gus, you come with me and we're going to stuff our gullet with some of the finest ale they got in this pissant village.
Oh my god, this poor town will starve.
So,
Go thirsty.
as you are heading back,
Call him A, call him B.
you can see Wilfred. He's kind of lurking around the edge of the. He's kind of at the edge of the farmhouse here, kind of gotten out of sight of his dad. And, hey,
Hey, Willie, what's going on?
my father is not a man. Don't let you think he's a man. A man wouldn't have done that. A man would have stopped it.
Would have stepped.
He's not the man he thinks he
stepped
is.
what?
He shouldn't have done it.
Done what?
None of them should have done it. And then he runs off into the forest.
That was a lot of emotion.
Hey, Gus.
Should have done what? Says Gus.
God damn
Gus,
it,
I want you to take a lesson here from Willie, which is if you're offered a deal by some sort of demonic entity, it's never a good deal. I don't personally have any experience with that, but I want you to take a lesson from what's clearly going on in this village, which is there's a whole bunch of people who are complicit here. Somehow this demon lets them still make babies, which maybe they're demon babies for all I know. Let's drown out any sort of inhibitions or quirks of conscience that we may have about this place with some good old-fashioned alcohol.
All right.
Come on, kid.
He's having a big day. You three are at the burned ruins of a farmhouse.
Ooh.
The beams have fallen down. There's ash. Bricks have tumbled in. I mean, the walls are still there. Has that, kind of smell.
I wouldn't know.
No, you
Yeah.
wouldn't.
You can't smell anything?
I start going through the rubble, sniffing around.
The ash stirs and whimpers.
I want to uncover whatever it is and draw my knife.
Okay, it's a dog. And dogs are non-judgmental. Dogs are not racists about goblins. The dog licks you.
You now belong to a dog, you son of a bitch.
I've got to work for this dog now.
Let's just
It's all right.
lick it. Were you just about to stab that dog?
No, it's like
think he adopted it.
It's a good sized dog. Like it's not like a puppy, but it's like a long, lanky kind of wolfhound kind of thing. Its fur is grey because it's been lying there in the ash. What its actual fur is, you'd have to give it a bath. Goblins baths, that's not going to happen. But yeah, it is desperately licking your face in that kind of. And it's trembling as well. Its haunches are down, its tail is down, its ears are down. It's very desperate.
Okay.
You can see, well, you can't see its ribs, but you know the dog looks thin, and there's still puffs of ash coming off.
Too bad you don't have a nice, chunk of meat that you could feed it about maybe yay big.
Now you, my friend, are in the pub having a nice chunk of meat about yay big.
Oh, wow, look at this.
All right.
What
Now,
happened
so
to that lamb you were
you
licking
come in the
last night?
pub,
A lot of cartilage
and
in this
you
sandwich.
can see Enid and Charlotte
Yeah,
having a fairly intense conversation. You can have a perception to listen in on that.
sure. Here you go, so watch this. 15. Plus 1, 16.
Hey, why are we telling strangers all our secrets? You know that things haven't been normal lately. I mean, what if they find out about... ow, my foot! Like, so Enid was saying this to Charlotte, looking very concerned. Charlotte, you open the door, Charlotte stands on Enid's foot. Enid shuts up. Sit yourself down. We'll get you something that is very good.
No. Or we just came to use the loo. Take a piss?
Yeah, it's out the back. The dunny, it's out the back.
Use the dunny.
Yeah.
We'll be out back. Come on, Gus.
He's having a strange day. So there you are. You can all make perception. The people at the... Not you, because you're covered in dog.
Yeah.
Desperate dog.
I want to feed him my...
17. All right, so you're looking
15.
at the situation
Nice.
and going, what happened here? And you can see some... there's the kind of structure, there's beams and so on, and you get the notion that boards were nailed across the door when the house burned down. You can see the ends of those boards still got some nails in them. It seemed like the house was boarded up.
From the inside or the outside?
From the outside.
This is raising all my red flags.
Oh, yeah. They seem pretty convinced that they had figured out some way to get the crops right again. Nothing like a blood sacrifice. I wonder who lived
Shit.
here. Hey, you have a dog now?
No, you've got,
I think the dog has
you got
him.
your perception roll. This looks to have happened like weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Still smells bad, though.
Okay.
I'm reaching into my bag and pulling out that lamb that I had licked.
Oh, yeah,
night
the
before,
lamb.
And I'm giving it to the dog.
Oh, that is like...
And then I share with the dog and he can have his portion.
Yeah.
Now, if you keep this thing, you're going to
Okay.
have to walk and take care of it.
Are you getting near the dog while it's having this lamb?
Yeah.
All
yeah. I roll on my belly.
All right, so the dog takes the lamb away.
Okay.
And
Okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Well,
other than watching that in horror and...
if I could sleep, I'd have nightmares about that.
Right?
Yep.
I'll have plenty for the both of us.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's any signs of bodies, maybe leftover bones, perhaps.
Charred corpses.
Charred
Yeah.
corpse.
Double charred.
you
Double baked.
Make a perception roll for me.
Alrighty. That's a 14.
You are certain there are no human remains in here. But having made that observation, beyond this, you can see that there is a small graveyard for the town. And looking down there, you can see 3 new gravestones.
The walls are still up, right?
Well, like the brickstone burned, so like there's still the outline of the...
Okay, I'm just going to kind of step over them and go check out those gravestones.
Okay, all right.
Where are you go?
They are Harold Tanner, Margaret Tanner, and Arabelle Tanner.
The Tanner family.
And you can, all you 3 can make perception rolls again.
11.
Okay, you can
16.
see from the paw prints that the dog has been sleeping on Arabelle's grave.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If I could feel emotions, I'd probably find that sad.
All right. I produce my shovel.
Oh, you
No.
are so equipped for this. Why not?
Well, investigating I'm fine with, but he's kind of a grave robber.
Okay, but right now we're trying to investigate this.
To be fair, he may not be robbing. He may be planning to feed Arabelle's remains to the dog.
Now, have you joined them?
We're back from the dunny.
What?
We went and spent a penny. We saw a man about a horse.
I don't get it.
We dropped the Browns off at the Super Bowl.
You urinated. Got it.
No, it sounds like you
No,
got
I
deuce.
took the full-on deuce.
Yeah, okay, cool. Did you do anything other than lighten your fucking load?
Gentleman doesn't share that information.
I meant, did you talk to anyone, you goofy bitch?
But Enid is one attractive looking.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Why am I this
So,
I don't know.
are you going to start digging? Because that sound will be audible, like, through the village.
Oh, yeah, I've started.
Yeah. We're digging.
Yeah.
Sweet. Gus, keep a weather eye out for when they come, and they will come. Lego. No, keep going. You're doing great. How many of those crumbly burnt figures did you grab?
All right.
Oh, it was
Hold all three.
Yeah,
So-
those are a nightmare. You can put them back in your pocket.
Enid and Charlotte have gone back to having their conversation or whatever.
Yeah.
Benson has gone back to work. He's banging away. The person who hears, of course, is Abigail, because the Farrows is right up here.
Yeah.
So she kind of opens the window, and there's a, you see a kind of.
Evening,
wave.
neighbor. Keep digging.
What are you doing?
If we have to answer out loud, you're dumb.
Ma'am, this is official police business.
She closes the shutters.
Yeah.
Let's dig it. It's the sound of dirt.
Okay. All right. So you dig down, and that's going to take some time. And given that Abigail and Michael are now running down to the inn, they go straight to the Basket of Plenty, and there's a bit of a town meeting kind of forming. And now Charlotte is coming with Abigail.
Yeah.
There's kind of
As
village
you have just
conspiracy.
reached the wooden lid of a coffin.
I'm gonna run a little interference so you guys have some more time to finish.
Yeah.
We're done.
Amica, what is happening?
I told you we would help however we could, and I'm just a little concerned that the recent fires here might have some sort of link.
That was a very sad event.
was.
That Harold Tanner, I hate to say it, but he was a drinker, and I hate to say that I was the man that sold him the alcohol. And he unfortunately knocked his lantern over, and there was brandy, and we couldn't save it. That is dear sweet Arabelle.
Absolutely.
And everyone can make a perception roll for me.
Whoop.
16.
I'm very focused on
From
you digging.
somewhere south of the village, you hear Arabelle. Now, it wasn't Gus. It's another young
all
voice.
right. Willie, Big Willie style. I see you,
All
baby.
right. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
We would not want to intrude on your mourning, which is why we didn't want to ask you for permission. We were simply going to let you know what the results of our digging investigation. would be.
okay, so you're using your intelligence
Yeah.
versus her will. Good luck.
Yep,
She
yep.
has quite a strong will.
Sweet. And I rolled a 9. Wait, is it intellect? I
Yeah.
rolled an 11.
11.
Woo.
11 is not going to do it.
All right.
So I don't see what disinterring. Now, perhaps you're all from somewhere different, but we don't dig up the dead here, and
And
it
we are
is
clearly from
nothing-
somewhere different.
nothing to do with.
I like to push the coffin out of the hole.
Yeah. where we come from.
Stop right there!
Ma'am.
I am the burgomistress of this village. This is desecration. Benson! Bring your hammer!
Benson,
If you touch that coffin, creature, our smith will break your hands
Charlotte.
with cold iron.
Charlotte, I'm
I
gonna
dropped
need you
the
to
coffin.
stop pointing at Liko, and that's the last time I'm gonna warn you. And she takes a nice long drag, and then takes out her cigar and puts it out on the blade, and it glows purple.
Ooh.
So we're gonna be real calm
All
about
right,
doing
now
this.
you're making intimidation
Yeah.
using your strength.
We don't call him. Yeah, that's a 17. Oh, 18.
I don't know what this is about.
You're not gonna call him creature or him clockwork, or him dwarf.
But I am a clockwork.
I understand that.
I'm a dwarf. I'm very
Son
proud
of
of
a
that
bitch,
fact.
you goofy bastards! Let me have this.
All right, we'll let you have it.
We're gonna get to the bottom
This is...
of this desecration.
All right, so Benson's come with his hammer, but I mean, you are all like armed mercenaries. You look dangerous. They are sprout farmers, and you've definitely like given them the lie of the land, and so it. Well, if you just don't let
Him.
let him.
No licking. And
All right.
Yeah.
I'll handle this. I'm a man of the cloth. If everything's so normal here, how do you explain this?
The boldest choice.
Oh, sorry.
I ripped the top off the coffin.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, this is a horrible moment. There is the corpse of a young human female who's burned to death, and it's very sad and tragic.
Nothing weird about it.
We are
And
Not a
and
human.
the dog whimpers.
Oh shit.
Oh, made the dog sad. Now I know we're bad
That is
people.
Arabelle. She was the Arabelle Farah. She was the daughter of the house, and she was killed in the fire.
Why was the outside of the house boarded up?
Now every villager is looking at every villager.
Pretend I say that in a southern accent, please. I'm not good at voices.
It's all good.
Uh,
You did it. I remembered it the right way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
because
Man, were you
because
making a
Arabelle Farrow was a witch who was dealing with dark powers, and we were afraid.
So you killed our whole family.
We're ashamed of it. And everyone's looking, and there is shame.
Ma'am. Okay, so you're all murderers, right? Good to know, good to know. But more importantly, did your crops go sour after you did this?
Yes.
Okay, I see what we got here. Good to know. All right, we got a bad case of a witch hexing.
I don't know why you're looking at me. Looks
Can
at a
you
glowing
help?
sword. Yeah. Well, do you promise not to kill witches in the future?
We were afraid.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, that's a human emotion.
Yeah, we dwarves don't feel
No,
fear.
that is not true.
That's objectively not true.
I've never been afraid of anything in my entire life.
Everybody is ashamed. Enid starts to cry. Missy starts to cry.
Jesus.
Benson is like his whole jaw is tight. He's holding his hammer. He's like a wound up spring. Gone through his blood, trying to look tough. People are quite broken up. And Arnold is working away. That girl was no witch.
Oh, what was that? Arnold? Could we hear that?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. Because you're like right by his. Yeah.
Hey, baby boy, what was that?
I'm old and I don't care. I don't care about it. That girl was no witch. You just did it because the witch hunter told you to.
A witch hunter?
Oh. Yes, and he had the proof.
Sir, was this the witch hunter?
Oh,
Hey, that's mine.
I hand it back.
Thanks. And then he starts to make a tiny version of this and put it in the hand of the tiny clockwork.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Just so we're square, you owe us an ear.
What?
We gave you your little figure back.
Arnold doesn't understand that, but in the drama of the moment, yes, it was. That is John Dartmoor.
Have I ever heard of him?
You could make.
I would love to.
Dwarven history check.
He's certainly not a dwarf. You could make an intelligence roll.
I would love to. 13. Oh, plus 2 is 15.
13 for me.
Yes, you have heard of him. The last Inquisitor that was at your family home said, we will be keeping an eye on you. You'd best pray we do not call for Dartmoor.
Oh, it couldn't be that one. Oh, God. I hate to admit it, but I can understand the fear that ran through this town. He's a bit of a legend, where I'm from. Not in a good way.
I move on to digging out the next grave.
Stop.
Okay, well, that's... You don't have to keep digging, my sweet boy.
Stop.
I mean, you can if you want to. You should.
No.
What? What?
No.
Let the boy dig. He's great. You're doing great.
Go dig over there.
There's just more graves that way.
But I knew.
Yeah, okay. Yo.
We'd prefer if you didn't.
Oh, okay. No digging. You can dig over there where there's no bodies. Just dig a hole for fun.
Did Dartmoor threaten the town?
He was very clear that action needed to be taken and that the crimes of one were the crimes of all if they were not dealt with.
What crimes?
Witchcraft.
What kind?
Which kind?
I swear to God. Whoever said that? Annabelle?
She had made a dark pact.
Alright. Well. Rough. Yo, aren't you some sort of helpful
I'm very helpful, yes.
priest?
I mean, let's face it, life is hopeless.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
In the scope of hope.
If anyone is to be arrested for this, it would be me. I said we should do it.
Look.
And Enid is in floods of tears.
Yeah.
And it is clear that Enid desperately argued with Charlotte that this did not happen. And now, like, she just doesn't know where to turn. Missy is bawling. Benson is like, yo, how can I hit someone with this hammer? Like, it's very tense. It's very upsetting. They are very broken.
Should we go kill Dartmoor?
Oh, I am not the one to ask about this because I want to say yes very badly.
Now, he has all of this conversation, everything you say is in the ears of the whole village. Mm-hmm. So he says that in front of all. What is your response? Like, they all collectively like...
Yeah.
I draw on the surprised eyebrows.
There you go.
John Dartmoor is a human, right?
Yes.
Shouldn't be a problem.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I don't believe... Wait. I don't believe we should be, murdering.
Okay.
No,
but
justice.
I also believe that if John Dartmoor is as scary as I think he is, we shouldn't punish the rest of the town for acting out of fear. It was stupid and reprehensible. But...
Listen...
Not technically illegal.
Look at all of these people. Now, admittedly, they're humans. They're easily caught.
Honestly, I just want to punch. I'm gonna punch him in the beard.
This reign of terror will not end.
Being punched in the beard.
I punch you in the beard.
All
That's
right.
when I grab it and pull it.
Ooh.
All right.
Pull the beard.
Uh-oh.
You have got to stop calling us stupid humans. Yeah, I'm doing it. Let's go, baby.
703, player versus player.
We were stupid.
Well played. But we're not gonna... We have to make sure that...
The only way this reign of terror will end is if we end John Dartmoor.
Yeah, and rob him.
Okay.
Once he's already demonstrated that he has sway over these people.
Yes.
He's only going to exercise that power further. This has only emboldened him.
I agree. I just want you to take him seriously because actual witches are afraid of him.
I plan to very seriously kill him.
Okay.
Before you murder, which I'm not really opposed to as long as it's not illegal.
But, says Abigail, then what has happened to our fields?
Oh, been cursed. I was going to have him try to
Uncurse it, yeah.
Well, that means she was a witch.
Maybe.
Unless
I doubt it.
John Dartmoor is in league with some sort of infernal force which has brought this curse upon your field.
Right, now that's a hard truth. Well, let's throw some will on that. That's quite the clanger. Good
Am
luck.
I wrong?
Let's see how this goes.
I believe in you.
Do it.
Hell yeah.
I have boon dice for a reason.
All right.
And hey, if you sub, resub, or gift a sub, you too can award a boon dice to somebody here at this table, including Mark. Don't give it to Mark.
Never give it to the GM.
Never give it. Well, except when I'm GMing.
18 plus 2 is 20.
Get out of town.
All right.
Hold on. How many 20s?
There is a collective gasp. There is wailing. Like Enid having the presence of mind to hold Missy falls to her knees and shrieks. Like, this is even worse. They already felt bad. They thought they were doing the right thing in a horrible way.
Mm-hmm.
Now
did
that
they
they've
not
been
know that?
misled by the devil himself,
Oh, dear.
by the demon lord whose shadow falls upon us. It is ghastly. It is
humans.
like...
No, now I'm doing it.
His racism, it's contagious.
It is terrible. It is terrible.
Oh no, I figured you all kind of put 2 and 2 together already. But
Alrighty.
They
good to know.
absolutely
Good
did
to know.
not. They burnt a bunch of innocent people. They were not going to put this together anytime soon.
Alrighty. That is... They're devastated.
Yeah.
And now... If you can kill this man, then we will pay you for it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If I can kill
Blood. Following blood, following blood. This will not end well.
Not for John.
That's why we do it. Yeah.
Where did he head from here? Where was he headed next?
He was headed back south towards Sixton.
Oh.
We will need the figure back so we can help find him better.
I will fashion another one, and I will change his expression if...
Make sure it has the eyes closed. Maybe something wrapped around his ears.
X's or something.
And
Over the eyes.
if you could put like chains on his hands. And...
Oh, nice.
Tongue sticking out.
Alrighty. Yeah, so now you're going to be paid. You're going to be paid 1 gold each.
Oh, yeah.
Like, literally, they're digging deep. They're bringing out the heirlooms.
I like it.
This will be your... Look at that smile. Look at that I love gold smile. If they are, they're just shattered.
Now, who cried about Annabelle?
That came from, like, the forest. Like, that was
That was
Wilfred,
Will. Yeah.
who's not been part of this whole deal.
No, I'm asking the town.
It's going to be
like,
devastating when he comes back and sees
yeah,
it
I'm
all.
asking the town.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
cried about that?
That was my damn fool boy. He...
I don't believe you get to call him a damn fool when you murdered a baby.
She was-
Well, that is true. Anyway, he fancied her,
Well, he's the one
and
who
she fancied him, and things haven't been right with me and my son ever since.
Does he want to come with? Get revenge?
Mate, well,
We already got
I
a
don't-
babysit Gus. I'm
I
not
mean, I
gonna
barely
kids.
see him these days. He's hardly in the forge. He's always off in the forest. I tell him not to go in the forest. It's dangerous. I don't know what he's doing out there.
What if we trade? Can you watch our Gus, and we'll take your Wilfred?
We'll have to find him.
Oh, we're good at that.
I say, what was her name? Abigail? I say her name again.
Abigail!
Sorry,
Arabelle.
Arabelle is
Arabelle.
the deceased.
I
I'm
listened
sorry
for
for
the
the
Whitney
similar
thing.
names. Well, yeah, he seems to have literally left the village. He's gone away somewhere. But you know he headed off down to the east side of town.
Before we get going too far, I put the coffin. I close the coffin again and put her back.
All right. Well, everyone comes around and they are closing it and they're saying prayers and it's like a whole new funeral. Last time it was like, we're really ashamed about this, but it had to be done. Now they are mourning. It is
The
so
wheel
awesome.
of life turns. May these innocent victims be reincarnated in the greater glory of dwarfdom the
God
next
damn it.
time the
I
wheel
knew-
spins.
I knew it was going to come to the
You would think
dwarf
it's
thing
just
again.
a line, not necessarily a wheel.
Every
Because
time.
wheel means rebirth.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Though, in all fairness, I do think I'm going to keep the beard.
You know what? I like it. It really suits you. It adds a little bit of gravitas I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, me
He's a
neither.
fine hand. I
Yeah.
will not tell him to his tiny face.
Large face.
No.
All right.
Small face.
Gus is just like he's taken this all in. Like this is quite a moment for Gus in his life. Like suddenly, the importance of the situation, life and death. It's quite the lesson. He'll be changed forevermore. He will be a better Gus from what he's seen.
Gus, you stay here. Hey, Charlotte,
This is
you
really sad.
you
They
keep-
tried to do the right thing, even though it was a wrong thing,
Yeah.
and it turned out to be lied to, and it was a very wrong thing.
It was very wrong.
Yep.
You're gonna stay here until
You
we come
can't
back.
trust people, can you?
No, you can trust us.
I can trust you.
Of course, good. And like
And we don't trust any of these people, so we want you to stay with them.
yes, Charlotte. If anything happens to Gus, I will raise this entire village to the ground. Okay? He's a good boy.
Nothing will happen.
He's a good boy.
And if anything happens to him, I will raise it with you.
Don't let him near an open fire.
Don't let him use a mop or a broom.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Try
So
to
if
keep
you
it
can
from-
find a use for him, I will pay you back.
Okay.
Oh my God, we will pay you
So
so
you're
much.
leaving Gus here. What are you doing?
Let's try to swing by and see if we can find.
guess we're gonna pick up an
Wilfred.
ACT.
Well,
Teenager.
Wilfred,
We're gonna head
let's
back
have
down
some
south.
perception rolls.
I take the dog with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, yes, Ash is
Nice.
finally back from the bone, and Ash thinks you are the best. Ash is
Oh.
swinging his tail and like just all pleasure and just so happy.
All right, 17.
15.
I don't know if the dog has a goblin or the goblin has a dog, but they're in the
pretty
scene
sure the
now. It's
dog
one of
has
those
a
incredible
goblin.
journey
Yeah.
things. Wow, some fantastic perception rolls. So Wilfred blundered, only pausing to carve a new W4A forever on a tree. But then
Where are we taking him?
you see, as you're kind of following the where he goes, you can see at different points in the trees, like a little small kind of knot of twigs is hanging, and it's smeared with a little bit of what looks like kind of some jam. And then another one has seemed to be like a little bit of a bread roll. These kind of small, strange offerings have been left in the trees, and in a kind of a line. And as you're moving along here now, you can actually see Wilfred up in the distance, and he is tying a new one, and it seems to have like a baby's dummy in it, and he's tying that to a tree in one of his little kind of weird knot offerings. So he like fashions these kind of twigs into a little circle. So he's tying that up with this weird expression on his face.
Humans.
Howdy.
Wilfred, this village did wrong by.
All right, so you oh, hi.
You're okay. Calm down.
We wanted to ask if you want to get revenge for your fallen.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna jump right into it. Golly.
Murder, yes.
Oh, mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. So, our dwarf friend here, hand on top of the head just to
Oh,
establish
my.
how much taller I am,
Oh my.
kind of had the realization that Dartmoor fellow probably is the source of all your town's problems and your personal problems. We're gonna go.
Yes, he told them told them to kill Arabelle.
Why?
Yeah, we're gonna go get.
He said she was a witch and she was perfect.
Why was Dartmoor sent to this town?
I don't know. I wish he'd never come here.
Yeah.
It's just, she's dead.
Yeah.
But, and then he has this kind of like look as his eyes go to this weird little fetish with a baby's dummy that he's just hung in the tree.
Yeah.
And nothing will bring it back.
Nope, that is how death works. Good.
What?
I mean, technically, we all get reincarnated. The wheel of life goes around in sort of a perpetual spiral of suffering, so she will come back.
You're talking like him.
Like who?
We don't follow the new God here. We follow the old faith. We follow the Queen of Summer. We know when Father Winter comes, it's time to come inside. We know we have to look after the crops.
What do you do to make sure that the crops are okay?
We have the Harvest Festival, and we have the Autumn, and we do all the normal things.
What are the normal
She
things?
kissed me last Harvest Festival.
Aww. Given the small size of this town, she's probably your cousin, but I'll pretend to be happy for you about it.
But that
Humans.
that
couldn't get
wheel
worse.
thing, that's new God talk. And that got her killed.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
And is there any way that the old gods could bring her back?
No.
Is there any way that the old gods could extract revenge upon those who wronged her?
Well, Dartmoor, I'm sure, will meet his terrible end. I don't know. Why did they kill her? She was one of us. You're putting a lot of logic onto the head of a love-struck, heartbroken 16-year-old.
We're gonna kill Dartmoor. You should come with.
One good idea and one bad idea.
Yeah.
It's the name of this party. We all take turns for the bad idea.
Respect.
we all
All right.
Bad idea, ball.
Yes, it's true. He's the one. And the others will suffer anyway.
How so?
They just will.
No, Wilfred. Look, we're on your side. We're your friends.
Wilfred, if you're gonna be cursing, hexing, murdering, that is definitely illegal.
Okay, don't look at him, look at me. I am also a witch. What were you planning? And let me know.
Clearly.
Yeah, no, I
there's
see this. I want
there's
you to
a
tell me.
curse. Oh, you want him to tell you?
Yeah. Want it out of
There's-
your mouth.
They shouldn't have done it, and there'll be
Right.
no crop this year.
Oh, okay, so that was you, baby boy.
Wasn't me. It was it.
Do go on.
It'll be back tonight to finish. Either leave town or stay inside. When are we going to kill him?
Oh, okay. Hold please. Sidebar?
Sidebar.
Hey,
sidebar.
y'all. The fuck?
The dog's in here too, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, yes. This,
The dog quite likes Wilfred, actually. So you actually almost lose the dog in a way because, but you know, like the dog really likes Wilfred.
We're so close.
Anyway, Carol, sidebar.
Yeah.
I thought you guys had something special.
Right?
Well, up until the dog liked him, I was thinking about just slitting his throat and leaving him here in the woods. But
Yeah.
You can't do that to Wilfred.
yeah,
Right.
you're right. You know, we all make mistakes in our life. We all deserve a chance for redemption.
Oh, this is gonna break real bad though.
He is. Am I following this right? Is this kid setting off some sort of evil monster palooza sort of deal
Yes.
that we're gonna have?
Absolutely.
Oh dear.
So we're not killing Dartmoor anymore.
No, we can, but we're just gonna clean this mess up real
Yeah,
quick.
we got a lot of things on our plate right now. It's a very full plate.
He said it. What is it?
We need to find that out and stop it. And
Do I have any recognition? Like, is this some sort of lure that he's setting, or some sort of ritual that he may be
Yeah,
putting in place?
you're a priest and you're wise. That it seems to be like
I'm also a dwarf, so that's
that's nothing.
It's like the baby's
wise
fetish,
facts.
literally some strawberry jam. You saw Enid making some of that. Some of the bread that Charlotte makes, he is, and it's like a line that leads from the deep forest. Now, this is the soldier forest, but beyond that, I forget the name, and my map's too deep. Something
It's like 3 maps in now.
Jefftown.
Yeah, right. No.
Mapception.
Phillips.
The Haunted Forest.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I
So,
could
I
have
don't
done that.
understand.
And beyond that is Mistwood. Mistwood is where Alfheim was. That's the kingdom of fairy from whence all the goblins were thrown out for being too base.
Seems like some fairy crap.
And yet, you have you almost got a lock of the fairy queen's hair.
He almost licks the fairy queen.
Well, he was thrown out especially. So yeah, these are deep dark woods, and in Earth you do not go into the deep dark woods unless you not wish to emerge. He's bringing something out of the woods to the
To the
village.
town. And luring with like a dummy that represents every person in the town?
Well, the dummy was literally like it was Missy's.
Yeah, Missy.
dummy,
So we got Missy's dummy, Charlotte's
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah, you're looking
Enid's
along.
jam.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
horseshoe there. There's one of Abigail's ribbons.
Sweet.
There's a little pottery figure of
Nice.
the dog, weirdly enough.
Oh no!
Now, here's an advantage. There's nothing that represents us.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm not worried about us. We did leave Gus in that town, though.
That's a fair point. God dang.
Damn it, Gus.
Just when my morals are slipping away, you pull them back
I'm
in.
sorry. I know.
All right, what are you going to do? You're just getting to the late afternoon?
I would like
Oh,
to put
boy.
Wilfred in a fucking headlock. This dummy.
Hey, Wilfred,
Yeah,
you want revenge on these people, right?
they shouldn't have done it.
What if I told you that we're gonna get revenge on these people and make
Yeah,
sure...
we're going to kill Dartmoor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're also gonna make sure that everybody back in the village clearly and deeply understands just how wrong everything was
They
that
were
they
wrong.
did.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they deserve to be hurt.
They deserved it.
And if they deserved it, well, what do you think they deserves to happen to them?
No crop this year.
And
Okay.
Eh,
That's it. No crop this year.
I feel like you're bearing the lead on the, like, what do you think is gonna come here led by these totems?
Just stay inside tonight. Just let it finish doing what it does.
seems like it rubs its butt all over the ground. Just saying.
Hey.
That's what it
Just
seems
poopy
like.
butt everywhere.
The noise is horrible.
Is it a...
Do you know what the
And he does his whole body shudder. Like, and now you realize this kid is mad.
Yeah.
You're like, you just thought he was like having a phase,
Yeah.
but he is actually on the edge of his tree. Like, as you're bringing the enormity of what he's doing, you've got to let it finish because I've given it offerings, and if we don't let it finish, it'll come for me.
I slap him.
So, boom, clang,
Get a hold of yourself.
and careful. I have friends.
I Licko nods like, oh, I understand. Puts a hand on his shoulder and just slides the knife in.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Licko, the fuck?
Welcome to Corruption Town.
Wait, are we not killing him?
No!
No,
Oh,
that's
I'm
fine.
sorry. What's going on?
All right, so
Oh my God.
the dog goes, and like an ear flops up as Wilfred as the
Oh, son of a bitch.
everybody's rolling sanity,
Yeah.
and you're getting a corruption point.
I don't know how to roll sanity.
Yeah. how's that
Will
work?
check,
Okay.
will challenge roll.
16.
You're fine.
13.
You're fine.
14.
You're fine.
13.
Okay. And now
Somehow.
for the corruption check. If you roll 2 or less, you get a mark of corruption.
6.
9. That's a 9.
Sorry, 9.
Ah.
It's a horrible moment.
Yeah.
He murders Wilfred.
Licko! What the ever-loving fuck?
He was gonna kill people. I saved them.
I
I'm the good
pick up
guy.
Will and I'm running back towards town.
Wait, you pick him up and run towards town?
What? What?
The kid's bleeding out!
He's murdered. He's
Yeah.
Oh, he's already dead.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're just carrying a corpse. That's weird of you. And I'm just starting to pull down the
I'm not picking up the corpse then.
totems.
totems. Oh God!
No, I'm
damn.
picking up the totems. I'm pulling the totems
Shovel.
down.
Okay, I do.
I think I have to kill you.
Don't do it. He did the right thing. That boy wasn't right anymore. He wasn't.
You're condoning a secret murder.
I am.
Yes, come to the dark side.
He did the right. He made the hard call. I'm fine with it.
Wow.
Am I the only one who recognizes that this was an emotionally distraught 16-year-old boy who clearly had too much power and not enough common sense, and the goblin just stabbed him to death? I am so proud of myself for remembering.
That was really good.
Thank you.
If you had been around my family, the way people with magic and a thin grip on sanity.
Yes, you have magic and a thin grip on reality. You make something like me, but for God's sakes, he stabbed him a lot. Stop stabbing him.
Oh, okay.
You can't stop now.
He deserved a chance for redemption. You denied him that chance.
Yeah.
And that's
All right.
why.
You have discovered a hard truth for the world. You have set yourself on the trail of hunting Dartmoor, but by murdering this boy, you are Dartmoor. So you have to take a point of corruption. But these are hard times, and that was a hard choice. So have a point of corruption. You go right here.
I don't want it.
Yeah,
Well, you shouldn't have been okay
we
with
read the room,
goblins
and the room
slaying.
said, "Don't murder 16-year-olds." Now you're
Have
going
you
to
met
roll.
a 16-year-old?
Yeah, right.
Honestly.
I mean, look, back at the village.
6.
They're just
Okay.
they're just making more anyway.
All right.
Yeah, there's like 11.
You murder him in the woods.
Yes.
You bury him in the woods.
I don't.
The trouble. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. Seems like there's unfinished business.
We're going back there and we're telling them what happened.
Okay, good luck.
Fine. Now
Like-
pick up the corpse.
I will follow you, but I'm pulling down all the totems as we walk back in.
Okay.
And yeah, we're gonna explain the whole thing.
Either or. Like pulling down all the. Like sometimes you have to be climbing trees.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna grab like a.
If he doesn't mind waiting while you do the business.
Oh, I'm not waiting.
He's not waiting, so.
I'm gonna grab a couple, like a sampling of them,
Do as you
just
best you
to.
can.
You know?
Yeah, if you want to grab some too.
I just start
Okay.
cutting them.
So
Sweet.
you're there. Okay, cool. What about you?
Please help me cut these down so this town doesn't get killed by whatever butt demon.
Yeah, I'll take as many totems as I can also manage to trim off the tree.
Well,
I'm very interested.
there
to
is
see how the
going to
dwarf finds a
be-
tree, though.
Quite.
Oh, yeah, I
Some
better go
activity
with
Can
him.
you
I'll,
wait for us to pull
I'll,
these
I'll,
down?
I'll keep up with
Absolutely.
Copper.
Look,
Because
roll
is-
your agility
the
just to
demon
be
will still
scampering up and
come.
down trees.
Well, Demon will still
nat
come.
20.
Good to know. We
20,
then
that
you
is
would have killed this boy for nothing.
fantastic. All right, cool.
Have a bit
So,
of
Have a bit of
you
heart.
are looking at all
I
the
don't have one.
fetishes and how they're kind of weird and skewy, and you go, this is not a demon summoning ritual. This is a dark fairy summoning ritual. He's...
I know this.
No. You turn, and you can tell the dog, because
Okay,
the
great.
dog is with you.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gone already.
Oh, I'm telling the dog. I'm like,
This is very, very bad.
Okay, the dog's ears drooping. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
What if the
All
dog
right,
continues to
you
just
arrive in town with Wilfred. Everybody
so
is
fortunate.
distraught. You bring Wilfred's corpse in. What's happened? Says Benson,
you.
unconsciously grabbing the largest hammer in his forge.
bandits.
Your son was involved in something in a moment of weakness. And I'm very sorry.
What happened?
Your son has been making offerings to things in the misty forest. Evil forces from Alfheim. That's what's been despoiling your crops. He's invoked revenge for the murder that you committed, the sins which you have brought upon this village. He has decided to revisit upon you. And in a fit of wild fury, he attacked and unfortunately, he was slain.
And as Orem says that, I put the totem with Missy's dummy into her parents' hands just to drive that one home. He was bringing something on your fucking baby.
Fairy!
A what? Yeah, it's
Oh,
very bad.
no. I'm not. I got plans for you. Okay, you're deep in the woods.
Sounds me and my dog.
You're right, Lico, it's very bad.
Cool.
I am. I'm so
So you that is compelling and terrible. Oh, he drops the hammer, and of course Agatha, whose mother has been inside the whole time,
Oh,
she
God.
comes out and she wails, Willie. And Gunther is like, they're just beside themselves. Like, it's too much. They can't cope. It's too much. There's like tearing out here, and but Charlotte, thank you. I'm sorry that you were here, and I'm glad that you were here.
I want to put my. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry,
I wanted to put my hand on Benson's shoulder
Yeah.
and just say, "You guys said it earlier. Blood begets blood. You have to put this behind you and let it end here. Let it be done here."
All right. It's something big. You can now see the tracks where it comes through, and you can see where it pauses to lick things. You can see where there's like a weird swathe. And you can make an intellect. You can make an intellect roll.
You're so smart.
Oh, that went rogue. It's still 7.
It's still 7. Yeah. Must be a bad thing.
Yeah, something.
Did I do it?
And you can make another intellect roll for a different fact, having failed on the first fact.
All right. That is a 2.
Yeah.
I must have done it.
There's only one option here. Kill yourself.
You may now run out of the forest yelling "fairy, fairy." That's fine.
I do so.
Yeah.
I put the baubles in my arms.
Yeah. Sorry. What was that?
Fairy! It's dark fairy! Bad!
Oh, that's what.
Not monster. Fairy.
You know
There's
what?
a difference.
That's worse. I think.
Yes, Kettle, there's difference.
Monsters bleed. Fairies do not. Fairies require the use of cold iron.
And
Spit
they're
at you.
smarter. Benson, we're gonna need you.
Spitting is like projectile licking.
I own you from a distance.
Papa.
All right, what are you gonna do?
Get Benson's shit together and pull him up and say, "We're gonna need some iron. Coldest you got."
All right, he needs a stabilizing roll. Shit together. Someone needs to
Get it.
persuade him.
Let's see.
What'd you roll?
That's with Will, right?
Yeah.
All right, I got a 10.
Yeah, no, he's
Hey, snap out of it. Hey, get it together.
That's
get it
not
together.
how humans work. Oh my god.
What, you don't just shake them a couple
That's
times?
that's never worked.
Don't touch me.
Okay. Calm down.
You've got my boy's blood on you. I know he did wrong. I know I raised him wrong. I thought he'd just realize he was being a dickhead.
He's 16.
Every dad thinks that.
I'm not going to take parenting lessons from a goblin.
Hey, Benson.
It's all right.
This is not about parenting right now. You have the next days, weeks, maybe even years to sort all that out. You got 2 more boys that you can cling to.
Just the one.
Just one.
Oh,
We
I
are
think
down
I-
50%.
I think
Yeah, Dad, let's get it, says Gunther. Like pulling down pitchforks and rail
Yeah.
spikes and irons.
This is the good
Fire up
way.
the forges.
Never love Gunther.
All right, so you can get like pitchforks or anything you describe that's made of iron. You can kind of get that. That'll be fine. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, what's the plan?
I guess I want a hammer.
Oh,
Like
tight.
a big.
Okay.
Well, I think our plan is
Yeah,
to get all the humans inside.
More like
and
a
leave-
You can
reaping
get
skill.
like a warhammer,
Uh-huh.
but it needs strength 13. So
I don't
you're going to
have
be
that strength.
swinging that thing with a bane. It'll do 2d6, but you'll have a bane to try to use it.
Yeah, but I'm cool.
Yeah, you also roll God tier, so what's
Yeah.
the struggle?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
roll
you-
less than a 15, so I don't
Yeah,
know
so
why
so
you think I'm
now
intimidated
have
by
a
this.
big hammer.
Have I
What's the plan?
a sickle?
We make sure all the humans stay inside tonight.
Okay.
We're gonna fight this thing head on.
Alrighty. So you know where it's going to come from,
Yep.
and you know what it's going to do. So what is your plan?
I'm gonna stab it.
Oh, okay, good. That's
Yeah.
good. Can I borrow your shovel?
Yeah.
Tight.
Do we know any kind of like either ritual or some sort of material like herbs or whatnot that we can kind of sprinkle around and kind of hem this thing in a little bit, like maybe into the fence yard or?
Make an intellect roll.
Would my dwarven academics apply to any of this? History? Robust
It's a
constitution?
fairy thing. You're not.
Oh,
Would my fairiness know it?
Yeah. You're a clueless, goblin. We worked that out.
well,
Yeah.
I got,
Does my
I
witchcraft
got an
know
8.
anything?
I got an 8 total.
Yeah. So you have no specific knowledge.
Done. Okay, well, I'm gonna start digging a little trench and start littering the ground in this town square with just like nails pointed the wrong way up. Wherever they're holding up, I'm
Okay.
assuming it's in like the main inn. I want to put like nails like jutting out of the door, so if it tries to go into the door, like it will cut itself on
Yeah,
cold iron.
nice. Okay, so you're more or less setting up culturals.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, great. Done like an officer.
Yeah,
Bearing the field of battle.
make a plan, and then you get to stab it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take several stakes, like wooden stakes, and I am going to clip pieces of my beard and tie little figures, little stick figures, make knots out of my beard hair, and I'm going to put those in a pile, and then I'm going to slit my palm open. I'm going to sprinkle my blood on it, and then I'm going to hang those in a straight line that leads into the field here.
Okay. All right.
I
All right.
catch you doing that, and I turn away. I will never
So,
ask.
Are you saying everyone stay in the pub tonight? Is
Yeah.
Okay, so you're getting everyone to the pub. You've got cold iron traps on all the doors.
Yep.
You've set up a line here. The sun is now going down. And again, it's been a weird day, a kind of weirdly hot day. Now night is falling, and distantly something is coming through the forest. Where do you stand?
I stand in the middle of the field. And I make sure I drizzle some blood into my hair and into my own beard.
That's weird.
What are you?
I will also be.
I'm tanking.
I will also be
From
in
the
field.
back?
Huh?
The creature will be drawn to me. You can take up strategic places around these farmhouses.
I want to make sure. I'm gonna.
Can I get some of that
You're just
blood on this?
you're on the roof?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Ditto.
Standing or lying?
Yes.
Line.
Okay, great.
Okay, you're on that roof over there?
Yep.
Great. I'm going to take a position over here behind the chimney.
Yep.
With my sling ready.
Okay, great.
I cut off a large portion of my beard and I stick it onto Copper's face,
That's
and then I drizzle some blood onto his head.
wow, your beard, your sacred beard. You're saying he's
Sometimes
of the tribe now.
If you you didn't have to put it that way.
This is you don't know the honor to which
You have to remember that in order for the dwarves to achieve glory, they have to use certain tools. Tools made of metal.
walking
Powerful tools made of metal.
and something is coming. And the dog goes, yelps and runs off.
Probably should have left him in the cave.
Should have left him with Gus.
Right?
So you see it first. It's got a massive round face. Make a wolf save.
Oh my.
Because it is frightening.
That's a 9.
You're frightened by
Yeah.
it. So as you're on the roof, you're thinking, you're like hanging on tight to the roof as this horrible thing, like a kind of creepy beach ball. It's massive. It's like, 8 feet diameter. And then it, like a sort of like hideous beach ball, and next to the dwarf beard blood stake.
Sniper, thank you.
Oh no.
Hey, thank you.
That's terrifying.
I hate this so much.
And now it's moving along, like crunching them up.
And I just yell, "Come get it, you abysmal son of a bitch!" And I take my hammer and I ring it on copper. Bong!
All right, and so
Yeehaw, motherfucker!
Oh my God.
gross and hideous thing. Here's the challenge. And as you all look at it, you might wonder if this was a good idea, because it is frightening. The funny thing is, you're now weirdly enough over your fright. Like you hid from it for long enough that you kind of think, I cannot leave the troops alone, right?
Yeah.
So you're over your fright. You guys, your fright is just beginning. Everybody make a roll or not.
I'm immune.
Ah, dunk.
Immune to poison, to sleep, disease, fatigue, poison. I guess I'm not immune to fear.
2 poisons.
2 poisons.
Okay. So
As I start to recover, I'm pulling out my 2
Oh,
flasks
that's a
of
wonderful.
oil,
That's a 1.
stuffing them with rags, and I light both the ends.
Thank you.
I'm making Molotov cocktails with my oil, and I'm gonna launch them.
Do we add will? I got a 9. It doesn't matter.
You do add will?
9.
Oh, 9. Yeah, so you missed.
I passed.
You pass. Okay.
18.
So yeah, you think I'm going to make this great motion. It's going to be heroic, and then you see this massive thing, and you look at the size of its hands, and it's just going to pull your beard and head. Just actually, you are built like a brick shit house, but it certainly could snap Copper in half.
Yeah.
But it's you it wants. So it is. You can see it relaxing into its bulk, and it's going to spring that whole distance. So we're in combat now. It's going to take a slow turn. All right. So it's going to be going slow. Fast characters, fast heroes go first, except if you're frightened, you can't take a fast turn because you're frightened. And any shot at it, you're going to have with a bane. Okay? You can't take a fast turn because you're frightened. You can have a fast turn, but you might want to take slow so that you can move and then do an action. So, who wants to do what? Whatever happens, you're going to act before it does, as it settles in, and it's going to come over there and pull the beard off your head and eat it.
It has a giant eye, right?
It actually has big eyes. It's the miniature on hand, but yeah, it has 2 big eyes, yeah.
Cool. I will. So, if I were to take a fast action, could I run over and stab it?
No.
No.
What fast means is you can either move or act. Whereas slow, you can move and act. So yeah, if you just go slow, you can run over there and stab it, and then it'll be going for you rather than for Aurum.
I'm the only one not scared of it, so I will.
Also not scared.
Well, you're not scared of it either. Good.
Yeah.
I will take a slow action.
Okay, all right. So you can see Copper is tensing. He's going to move over there and get into it.
Let it attack me. And as I say that, I utter the words of an incantation, and you see just the color drain out of my face, and my skin turns to this gray, kind of like almost dark grayish slate color, and my skin begins to harden, and you see like bits of crystal and rock begin to form in my beard, and you can tell that my arms kind of become this triangle, and I sort of become this pyramid of stone just standing there.
Amazing. Done. Yeah, what you gonna do, Bill?
I respect that. Okay, so it's going to hop on over to us.
Yeah, you could prepare an action to hit it when it comes to me.
That's quite literally what I'm going to do. I'm just going to basically be like, all right, it's going to
Leo,
jump here,
what are you
be under
doing?
it, pop.
What do I have to do to get over my frightened status, or is it only just for like this turn I'm frightened?
I think it lasts. What does it say?
It doesn't say how long it
doesn't say
lasts.
duration.
It just says what it is.
Yeah, I'm just going to say this is what you feared, and it's worse. That is a boggart. Boggart are disgusting, demented fairies. They just exist to run amok and tear things up and eat them and drag their asses around. There is no reasoning with it, and it will kill you all. So you're going to be terrified.
Okay.
But you're quite safe up on your roof.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You can shoot it.
I'd like to shoot it. Yes.
All right. Okay, have a go. Its defense is 15.
It's a slow, so because I'm frightened.
It's going slow anyway, so you can have a go.
Great.
Okay, good luck. You can put trickery on that to counteract the bane that you were suffering.
That is true. So that would
If
negate it.
Yeah, if you can also use your boon to give you the trickery boon back, if that makes sense.
Okay. So I'm going to use the trickery to negate the
The bane from being
bane from
frightened.
it.
Yep.
So I got a 10 on the die.
Okay, so
Nice.
you missed.
Oh.
You needed 15. Yeah. 10 is a standard challenge success,
That's
but for
right.
attack you have to beat the fence. So you shoot and it just plings off its disgusting warty hide. Now, what are you doing?
I would like to use a slow attack. I'm
Yeah.
gonna run up and use my mighty attack. Let's do this.
All right, I'm excited by this, but you're currently on a roof on the other side of the village.
Yeah.
So you'll, it's like a move down to get off the roof, and
Yeah.
I'll need an agility so you don't fall on your nose.
10 exactly.
Phew.
Oh boy.
And then you can do, as an action, move to double your speed.
Okay.
So it brings you up here, to the scene, but you're too far away.
Okay, cool.
But however, you kept everybody safe, and
Alright,
you
sweet.
saw to their safety.
Yeah,
so that
that's
was
more.
fine.
I was more concerned about that.
All right, it vaults over. Whew, boom! It just lands right next to your buddy. Have a crack at it. Its
Great.
defense is 15.
So what happens
Good
is
luck.
you hear a clicking in my arm,
Yeah.
and then as soon as it comes down, up. So I, as a warrior, I get to make an attack roll with a boon.
Okay. Good luck. You need 15.
We got a 17.
Kobe.
Fantastic. How much damage?
All right. So since I use my arm sword, that's 2d6.
No, it's D6 plus 2,
Oh, okay.
I think. It's just a sword, right?
Nice.
Well, it's an armed sword, so we'll just call it a short sword.
Yeah.
We got a 7.
7 points. Okay, so you crack the thing. You split open its disgusting hide. This kind of purple ichor sprays out. And inside it, its muscles have little faces and they go...
Yikes.
Oh, that's how
But
this
it
happened.
is so focused on getting stuck into Aurum and somewhat confused, it's now going to crack you like a walnut.
Good luck.
So its massive arms are reaching out. Okay.
You have a bane against me
I have a bane.
because of
Why?
my stone armor.
All right, excellent. Okay, and then I think I do half damage, don't I?
It says you take half damage from weapons. I don't know how to interpret that, but that's what it says.
Yeah, well, that's it. Okay, so here it goes. It's only got one boon left to its name. What's your defense?
Well, it says 11.
11. Okay, and it does 3d6 damage. So it easily hits you, getting a 23. It does 11 points of damage,
I
but
take
we're going to
half of
halve
it.
that down to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So it has grabbed you and pulled you apart like a wishbone, and then this is really good news for you.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's got a dwarven puzzle box now.
The trick is you have to push it together,
so
then
not a
slide the
problem.
pieces.
Okay, our next round comes along. I'm going to go fast because I'm right here eating the dwarf I want to eat. Everyone else, what are you doing?
I too am going to go fast, and I'm just
Because
going to
you
stab the thing.
Yep.
Nice. Slow.
Are we, as still frightened, are we allowed to go fast? How does that work? If we're still frightened, we can't go
well,
fast.
you're just sitting there, I think, just concentrating on your spell, right?
Yes,
Is
that's
that
true.
it? So, I mean, your spell's still running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to actually...
Make a will save for me.
Mhm. No.
Nope.
Okay. You're terrified inside your stone skin. It's like, oh, fuck, what have I done? It's
right.
going to crack me like a wishbone. All right, so you are still frightened. The rules might say frightened for 1 round. You can write me a roulette on the internet. Okay, what are you doing?
I'd like to try and shake off being frightened. Is there a way I can
I'm just
overcome
going to say for the drama, this thing is your worst nightmare. You're just frightened for the whole fight.
For the whole fight. Okay, great. I have to take a slow action. I'm going to get down as my entire action.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So it tries to rip you open. Here it
Still
goes.
has a bane against me.
Still has a bane. 15 is still a hit. Does 9 points of damage. That comes down to 4. You take.
Jiminy
I think there's now fissures in the stone. Chips are flaking off. It's wrenching you open. Okay, now everybody gets to act. You're still concentrating.
Fast.
Yeah, you're hitting it. Yeah, should have happened already. You're getting down and running over here. Is that the play?
Yes, that's.
Yep, and you're doing your super attack.
Oh,
All right,
super attack.
kaboom! Have a go because you're there. We should have done you already.
Look, here's on that. Oh no, that's a 5.
Okay, that's a miss, but it's good news because Amakar is coming up now.
Here we
What
go.
happens with your sword?
Okay, so as I'm running over, she stamps out the cigar and it disappears and the whole sword glows purple as she comes in and just does a Superman jump and does her mighty attack.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm very excited for because even if I don't use it, okay, well I got it. So it's a 19.
Boom! That's a hit.
Yeah.
All right. So you've done mighty attacks. So
Yep. So it's 3d6 plus 2 damage.
boom!
4, 6 is 10, plus 6 is 16.
Oh,
plus
you
2
love
is
to see
18.
that.
18. All right.
What just happened?
Yeah.
So, crack! You lay the thing open. It is now injured. It's taken half damage. And you know.
Can I just be on its back? I would like to pull out a new cigar and then just light it.
Alright, so you're
You're like the
there
black
on it.
lady comedian.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
was gonna go
you
Hellboy,
are
but yeah.
still
Yeah.
concentrating. Alright.
Yes.
This is awful. This is terrible. It's next round. It has had enough. It is leaving this hideous situation that it finds itself in, and it's gonna leave. Having just seen it laid open, you could have a new will challenge roll to see if you get over your fear.
14. So
You do.
All
Your
right.
spell is held. You're still alive.
How do how do triggered actions work?
You just get that. You get 1 triggered action per turn.
Okay.
So you use the triggered action to prepare. So in any time something happens, you can just say, I do my triggered action now. A triggered action could be, because it looks like it's about to leave,
Yeah.
like a free hit as it goes.
I just wanted to use my triggered action to use closed wounds.
Yep, on.
Because you've been chewed on
Yep.
a lot.
Okay, cool. So
What? No.
what does that do?
It is heal equal to healing rate.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's
Triggered action is half rate though.
all right, so you get half your healing rate back in.
All right.
So take that off your damage. All right, so you did that when you saw him hit earlier. We'll just retcon that.
Yeah,
no
sorry.
worries. It's a new turn. It wants to leave. Everyone can have fast turns to try to murder it before it goes. Good luck.
That's
That's my plan.
Okay, I'm going to give you a will challenge now. Now that it's injured, you might think, wow, maybe it's not so big or after all.
Nope. 5.
Sweet.
All right.
Go.
Stab.
What attack are you using this
I'm
time?
using resounding attack.
All right.
So it has to stay.
Man, you guys
Right.
get all the cool attacks. My attacks are just like, I stab it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
rolled
nice.
bad, but here you go. There's my fortune.
Oh, you hit!
Yes.
Boom! All right. Well, the lucky Demon Lord Fortune token. Boom!
Nice.
So that is a hit. How much damage?
Alright, it's gonna take 4 points of damage and is dazed for 1 round and cannot act.
And I give it 5 points of damage.
Wow. Okay. 4 and 5.
No stay. We're not
All
done
right.
yet.
So shebang bang, and then it's dazed by this as it turns around, and you hit it with this kind of what spell did you affect? Was it this time on the sword?
I think she pulls out a little knife and
Yep.
spins it and comes to the side.
Yeah.
And it
right.
just kind of seizes up in its ribcage and freezes.
All right. So
No, we're
there's
still here.
purple glow coming from inside it, shining out its eye. Okay.
So if you've dazed it, does that slow it down?
It cannot act this round.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not
Ooh.
leaving this turn. It's
And you just see her look at you, go,
Yeah.
get in while the getting's
Cannot use
good.
actions.
All
All
right.
right.
So
You can still stab it. You
I'd
just
like to
can't
stab
do
it,
it in
yes.
a clever way. All right. What are you gonna do?
That is
let him finish his attack.
13 on the die. So
That's not it.
okay.
You can spend your inspiration thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say it's a hit.
Heck yeah!
You're only going to do D3 with that. So.
I'm gonna contribute.
All right. Okay.
Get on my level,
D3.
son.
It is 3 points of damage.
Oh, heck yeah! Whee!
All right. Good roll. All right.
So
the
on my
murder
turn,
continues.
I continue concentrating, and I just say, kind of like grit under my breath, and I say, "Everybody get back!
Huh?
Everybody get back!"
Okay.
I mean, unless you can daze him again.
No, I'm gonna climb off of him and fuck off, I guess.
All right. Next turn on fast. You climb off him and fuck off.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm gonna stab him again.
All right.
I'm just gonna use this for the auto success.
All right.
All right.
And I'm slow acting because I want to
He's
like
gonna kill
hit
steal
him
you.
and
And then move, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Only 4 damage.
why don't you roll to see if you hit? Because you get your token back.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you always want to check. You might not have needed it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have needed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, 30,
all right.
20, son.
Have a go.
I'm gonna run.
You're running. Okay, you're getting clear. Now, if you go slow, you can hit it and then leave.
I want to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
all right? Yeah, because
I'll do that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't say in Demon Lord, you don't like move and then act. You can move a little bit, do your thing, finish your move,
Cool.
start of the move, end of the move, however you want to mix it up.
Okay.
Okay, so stab and go, stab and go, stab.
Stab and go. Yeah.
Go. Have a stab.
Oh yeah. With
You can do
boom.
the augmented.
Yeah, augmented. Yeah, it's 21 to hit.
Whoa.
Nice. 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Shagirl was only good at this.
And then
And then
I
I
just
fuck up.
very slowly reach up a huge rocky fist and I point it directly at this in between these huge floating eyeballs that are with a slobbering face, and I just say, "For the glory of my ancestors," and I let the spell go.
What spell?
So
Tell me more, tell me
my
more.
stone armor explodes into a shower of rock.
Ouchies.
I thought it was 1 yard per concentration, but it's just 1 yard radius, huh?
Yeah.
Which is still probably
More than enough.
So I just do straight up damage to everyone. They get an agility
And
challenge.
they're all left.
I mean, he gets an agility challenge against
okay.
this.
All right, sure. All right. 16, he makes it. He takes half
Son of a
damage.
biscuit.
Well, he takes 3 then.
All right.
Anyone got any fortune tokens? We can.
So
And
he's
it's
turned. He's turned to you. He's grabbing you now because the thing blows off.
Yeah.
He's grinning. Everyone, you behind, can see that all of these internal organs and everything about him is blasted out the back. He's literally just a face and a pair of arms.
Oh my
And
god.
from where you're standing, you don't know it's dead. It is totally
Oh, it is dead?
Oh, thank God.
And then it just deflates.
And I slam the eyeballs with the hammer.
All right.
Good job.
The boggart that Wilfred raised from the forest is no more.
Oh, goodness.
They saved some of the crops. They will never be the same for the deeds that they were part of.
Yeah.
But you have a pact to kill John Dartmoor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a mission.
It takes you some weeks to find him. You find him by a trail of tragedy in a town where 3 sisters were hanged because pigs had been exploding. You find a place where anyone wants to freestyle some atrocities for me? terrible things you learn.
Yeah.
Their crops were bleed. When they cut into the crops, they would bleed.
Yeah, but someone dies for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Single mother.
Right,
Yeah.
terrible. But then those are cases where there seem to be something. There are other cases where nothing is wrong.
Yep.
Right? And when you talk to people, it's always them. It's never Dartmoor. He tells him what to do and he goes. And by following his trail and asking questions, and finally you come to a place where something awful happened at an orphanage. We're not going to go into the details. But you know that he is nearby and that he was passing through the woods on his way back north to Crossings. And that evening, you arrive and you can see him. You know by his hat that that is the man that you have been seeking all this time. And of course, trailing with you. Does the dog own a goblin, or does the goblin own a dog? I haven't quite worked it out.
We're still figuring it out ourselves.
The dog licked him. I think it's...
I mean,
Alright.
by the laws of
So,
Right.
in a dark forest at night, but there sits Don Bartmore, roasting a sausage on a stick with no fear in him, with his back to the dark woods. Come forwards, travellers. Sit by my fire. It is not cold, but you can cook meat if you have it. I welcome you. Come from the darkness.
I approach.
It is cold, John Dartmoor. There's a chill that you have put through this world, a frost that has crossed its soul and slowed its heartbeat.
I do
And
not think
we
I have been introduced, but yet
Are
you know
here
my
to
name.
make you pay for the deeds you have wrought on the face of this cursed and wretched land.
The land is cursed and wretched, because these are dark times. And these are times when dark actions must be taken. I can see you understand this. Come forwards, sit, let us talk like civilized people.
Even though he's saying come forward and, hey, I see you all, I still don't believe it, and I want to stay in the shadows with my dog.
Okay?
Nice. I step forward, do the big drag with the purple.
Just lights you up.
I will not hide who I am for a moment.
Nope. It's on the beard.
I see. You are an officer and a warrior.
I
You
am.
have battle magic.
I do.
I could use your skills in
To
the
hurt
swords of
more.
Astrid.
To hurt more innocents? I think not.
I nightly pray for the innocents who fall.
At your hands.
You must tell me what your grievance is, and I can tell you the true facts. I can see that you have an advantage. You know my name, and you've come to me with these accusations. All the accusations are true. Anything you've heard about me is true. I've done it, and I've done it without regret, because a shadow falls across this land. Do you know that in Sixton, crops have failed? Do you know that wheat has been found bad? There is vermin. Do you know that an orc sits upon the alabaster throne? Do you think this is times when we can say, we will think well of people, everything will be all right? I tell you that is not. But please, tell me your grievance, and I will tell you the truth of the matter.
Amaka is shaking right now and does not want to speak anymore. She will just attack. Someone else has to step forward.
Can you name the Tanner family?
The Tanner family. Arabelle Tanner was a witch. Her townsfolk burned her
What was
before
your
the
proof?
pact that she had made with the demon could come to light.
What was your proof?
Our proofs are within the swords of Astrid. The Inquisition need not tell you the nature of our Inquisition. You must merely hope that we do not come to inquire about you. I have hope for you. Your soul will be reborn on the wall of life. I know that there is a soul within you.
I stand up.
I too can use you among the swords of Astrid. I can use stout hearts and strong steel and cold iron.
I don't have a soul, sir.
But you're a tool and I would use you. Now,
I have a soul, and I know that soul will be one day reborn into an ever greater dwarf than I am now. But there is only one way that I shall achieve the glory worthy of myself, my future self, and my ancestors, and that is by putting heretics like you to the sword.
you cannot accuse me of heresy, sir. That is the one thing you cannot do. I will answer to any other crime, but not that of the heretic. Those are words that must be taken back, or I will take them back from you.
No.
A darkness has fallen upon this land, and the question I pose to you is, do you light a fire to spread more light, or do you merely light a fire in order to cast more shadows? Heretic.
I move behind them.
Yes!
All right. He's drawing his sword. I am no heretic, sir.
You are definitely no priest. And I get my hammer out.
All right. It is on. Now, because he was reasonable and he thought you were reasonable people.
We aren't.
You get.
Did he watch any of this session?
No.
Because I feel like
It's been 3 hours of just
where we
kind of
shivved the
stumbling over each
14-year-old
other.
kid was maybe.
Yeah, I know.
So we
He
are.
was 16 and a douchebag.
Oh, the justification. Oh, still going.
Some boons right now, guys.
All right, so
we are
he was waiting for you, thinking you're going to be reasonable. Therefore, as always, players start the fight. He will be attacking on fast to kill this dwarf, who has said the one thing that gets his dander up. Because until then, all the things he's done, zero emotion. This thing needs to be done.
Oh,
Do that
that's a
thing.
bridge too far.
All
Not the
right.
killing of innocent women.
I mean, we kind of did the same thing, but you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm also going on fast to defend Stout Man over here.
I mean, yeah, you should. And on fast, I'm going to stone armor again.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've drawn his. I'm just going to keep kind of taunting him to aggro him, and that's the best thing I can do.
I mean,
I'm
we've
gonna
been
go-
at this for a few weeks. I'm sure at this point we kind of have an understanding.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
rock form, I stab, you stab,
I sneak stab.
you sneak stab.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just lose my fucking
Wow,
mind.
you guys
Fast
are
mode.
skilled murderers now. Let's see how that
Is it
goes for
murder?
you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, he's going to you go stone on fast,
Yep.
right? Same thing. There it is. Anyone else striking him on fast?
Yeah. You
Yep.
can
Okay,
first,
have a go.
for it.
His defense is 17.
Okay.
Actually, no, he wouldn't have his shield up at this point, so I'm going to say it's 15.
Dirty 20.
All
That'll
right,
do.
as you were.
Ugh, only 3 damage though.
All right. Okay. Sure.
Alright.
All right. You.
Mighty attack.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck me, and I missed.
Actually, go ahead and roll that with 2.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah. Two boons,
So
but how much
nice.
did you miss by?
She rolled
I rolled an 8. I didn't roll. Oh no, I get to roll with intellect, so it's a 10. So I'm 5 off.
Yeah. So 2 boons could do it. Okay.
Statistically.
So
Oh my god, thank you.
have yourself.
You're so nice.
Have yourself 2 boons.
Oh my
Need
god.
5 or 6.
Please. No, wait, it's a no. I didn't make it.
Yeah. All right.
Jesus.
Aw.
All right.
Oh, I'm so, sorry.
you strike, it doesn't work,
No.
and that is, but what happens is, as you go to strike him, all the magic comes out of your sword.
Oh,
because
God.
he will not suffer the witch to live. And so your magic fails against him in this terrible way. Okay, what are you doing?
Jumping up behind him, I want to stab him in the back.
Tricky stab!
Tricky stab.
Tricky stab!
That's alright.
I can use that. Use this one.
How much did you do, sorry? Damage?
I only did 3.
That's just
You did 3.
yeah, 14.
No. Don't,
What do you mean?
are you just attacking with agility? No.
Oh yes, I'm attacking with agility.
Yes, you do. Yes.
So that's a 17.
That's a hit.
It's a hit.
Okay, so you're doing D3 plus D6 damage.
Yes, sir. And that is going to be 4 points of damage.
4 points.
Oh, God,
All right. You strike him. Bang. And you go stone form like that.
Yeah.
And he strikes the stone. And here he goes.
He has a bane against
He
me.
has a bane against you. Okay, that's not very nice. So that switches off his boon. All right, so you're getting +2 on this. He's rolled a 20. That's a hit. He does 8 points through your stone. You take 4 points.
No problem.
Oh, now you're all fully healed. It's been weeks as far as the healing rate goes.
Okay.
So you're all fully healed. So bang, he strikes you and goes, and he's just worked it out. And then he's like backing off. Like he's not going to hang around for the explode. And he's like looking at you. Like, you
You
know,
will
you just
not
use
leave
witchcraft
here.
on him.
Yeah.
So he's not as dumb as a swamp creature.
Oh,
Sure.
beans.
Also, did you shoot him or?
No, I came out behind him
yeah.
and stabbed him.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so it's a whole new round. He's going to go fast and he's going to kill somebody else. Who's doing what?
Stabby, stabby.
I'm going fast and I'm going to hold him.
You want to do a grab?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So make a strength roll against his strength.
That's only an 11.
All right. So you hold him, and he grips you and says, "You have a choice now, machine. Make it." And he pushes you away. But he's clearly like, if you want to, like, hang out with him and,
Switch sides.
tell people to kill other people, he would be more than happy to
You
take
have
you on.
options. That's nice.
All right, everyone
I
else
mean,
who's
I
attacking, have a go.
appreciate options. I like
His defense
Chipotle, but-
is 15.
Yeah.
He
It's a
hasn't
natural
been able
one,
to get
buddy.
a
Natural
shield
one.
up.
That was a 7.
Natural 1 is not a good number.
No.
Oh my
You
God.
are
Continuing to
concentrating
charge
on.
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
Harvey, to you.
Let's go resounding attack.
Okay. Oh, this is the one that's going to
Dice.
daze him.
There we go.
17.
All right, now your
Finally.
witchcraft works. What do you say to him when you put that hammer down?
You will not leave here. And I want the campfire to flare with my purple.
Oh, what a bubble! Now he knows fear.
Yeah.
The faces of his damned are in the fire.
Sweet, and he takes 7 points of damage.
7, all right, but he is dazed. This is what I'm talking about. This, all who kill her, all who kill this witch, I will absolve.
And I will lean in and go, I will not suffer a witch hunter to live.
Oh,
Sorry,
turn around.
I'm gonna give you a free boon for that. If I could. All right.
Reverse card.
Everyone, and you're still
Yes.
powering up. Okay. Then the next round in which you cannot act because he's dazed, you may get stuck in.
How long do you need to
No, that-
charge?
It was this round he couldn't act, right?
No.
Oh, yeah,
that's
just
right. He
this
didn't.
one.
Yes, yeah, just this one. So the next one, yeah.
Do we need to move?
No, I'm going to keep charging up if he's going to keep attacking you as long as you don't go down. I mean,
Okay.
the longer I wait, the more dice the damage that I
Oh,
do.
cool.
okay,
Good to
Great.
know.
Yeah.
You're all in.
That's a 6, 17.
That's a hit.
30, 20.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm going on fast as well. So
Go ahead and take 6 points of damage.
6 points. Oh, you absolutely stab him in the way that you stab Wilfred. It's just the damn brigantine armor.
So
Like,
I know there's no bonus for rolling an at 20 in the system.
there is when you get to second level.
I believe
Talk
that,
to me
but
about
it
it.
just feels good because I got a 25 and I do 7 points of damage.
Oh,
I just
hell yeah.
How does he die?
oh,
We gotta stop doing that to you.
It's all good.
Oh.
stab him.
Yep.
I twist the knife in his
Ah.
chest, and I have eyes. They're like the only thing about me that have any sort of movement or anything. And I lean over, look at him, and go, heretic.
Yes. Oh. Oh my god.
Woo! Uh-oh.
Hey, buddy.
Everybody run!
Sun's getting low.
Yeah, sun's getting real low.
I will finish this.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Sharp! Run.
This is one corpse. We cannot suffer reanimation.
Okay, real quick,
That would be
and
terrifying.
can I like, was he wearing his like weird skull mask?
Yes, he was, yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna pull that off and be like, all you boo!
I take the
Just
hat.
Run. Yeah.
I take the hat just because it looks nice on me.
I wait just long enough for Licko to collect an ear before I
Alika!
Oh, you can take corruption. That was a step
Me?
too far. Yes.
Now that's 2
Desecration
ears.
of. Have corruption. And
He's
roll.
the one who gets the.
You told him to do it. Come
I
on.
didn't tell him to do
No,
it.
no, I did it.
Top level, I'm giving you a corruption point. I'm using the name.
Yeah.
Go to the
alright.
back of the class and tell me if you get a mark of corruption.
I think I only have 2, right?
Yeah. So if
You're
you roll
fine.
2, 1 or
See
2.
me after
So
class.
many.
You'll have to write. I will
fine.
not take
Now,
corruption.
now you
Get one
just
for-
jinxed me on it. These are literally your dice. Like
Yeah,
you make these.
They're gonna be so good.
For this
Give me a
moment.
20.
16. I'm
There you
fine.
go.
Ah, you're fine. You big.
All right.
See, they're mine
You
because I
take your
licked
ear?
them.
I'll take my ear.
Ah,
Everyone
I've got 2
gets
now.
clear. Boom. John Dartmoor detonates. The dog stands up.
no.
Thank you. I was really getting sick of that sanctimonious maggot.
What? Hey, what?
The dog can talk.
Hey, what?
Oh,
What?
the dog's a big dog.
Oh my god, Pepper!
Good job.
I think that good dog's as cult as a good dog.
And it
I think we know.
unfurls a huge barbed tongue, and its eyes are glowing, and it licks you.
I guess we know who owns who now.
Right?
Did we backed the wrong course, didn't we?
My mistress is avenged. You have backed the right dog.
Oh, it's Arabelle was a witch.
Oh.
Yeah, totally.
Huh.
That's not a problem. Not a problem. Also, as I walk back over, I crack the mask in half, so it's just the lower part of the skull, and I tie it around my mouth.
I'm still wearing the hat.
Yeah, you brought the hat. It looks
I
really
would
good.
give you a service if you have given me one.
You're his dog, Goblin, but I love him so much. What is your name? Can I pet
I
you?
will give you my name
Fluffy.
if you will give me some of your blood to seal our pact. And then I will come once when you call me.
Dunk!
You did that a little too fast.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What?
I am as Grommel the Bone Finder.
Oh my god.
Speak my name and I will come. You get a mark of corruption.
I mean,
that's
yeah,
a demonic
that's
act. Make a roll.
Wait, you're
Is
up to
this the
3
9
now,
we
right?
rolled? Is this the 9?
Make a roll to see.
That's a crit
I
fail.
rolled a 1.
Nice. Nice.
All right.
Yay!
Good.
You can
This is
all
a good
say
game. Let's
that
talk
this
about
is,
it.
This is the best. The Mark of Darkness table
Ah, cool.
is
Tight,
the
tight,
best
tight.
table. So
Nice.
roll the d20.
I would love to. These
No.
ducks.
Don't roll a
Where are
9.
they?
I hear it's bad.
14.
14.
These.
Your eyes become pools of darkness.
Oh,
That's
tight.
dope.
In the dark,
cool.
they glow with an evil red light.
That's even doper.
Can they be purple?
Just
for me?
No, they cannot.
Ah, dark.
Because a weird transfer has happened.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
The dog has the glowing purple eyes, and you have the dog's eyes.
That's even better. Yep, cool. This is cool. I should be upset.
You've
This
all
is
done me a service. Do you wish a pact?
I ain't got nope. He's a priest and I ain't
I'm
got blood, so
Asgrommel,
I don't believe
the
so.
Bone Finder. Call me once, and I will come. Do not lick me again.
I roll over onto my belly, on my back.
Do you wish a pact?
The only pact I have is with my ancestors. The only deeds I do are for their benefit, not yours.
Then I have one last question. Are you going to eat that?
I would want to go through whatever parts are left to find any gold or
yeah.
anything he's got.
That corpse is neither mine to give.
And it's rolling in it on its back.
I get splattered with it just because
And there's like a weird sick lather and now like clouds of flies and hissing and bubbling. And that is the last you see of Jum Dartmoor, the last you see of Ash the dog, the last you see of Ash Grommel until you call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Thank you.
High five. Woo! Yeah.
Good game.
Oh my god.
That's been Shadow of the Demon Lord, a very fine role-playing game by Rob Schwab. Check it out at schwabentertainment.com, and also look for the Kickstarter for his new game Punk Apocalyptic, which is all of the kind of mad punkers kind of shooting each other you could possibly want with a clean rule system. I would like to thank Rob and also Cara Hamilton for the help with all the artwork and for designing a truly fantastic game.
So good.
And of course for Dom, who's over there making things
Yay,
work.
Dom!
Love you, Dom.
Right.
Love you, Dom.
Hurrah. And I feel like we should be applauding, but the fantastic players, hurrah!
Oh, yay!
Eva was the winner here today.
That's right. Hey, everybody. Couple things. One, Drive-Thru RPG is having their Christmas in July, which is just wrapping up. If you were curious about this game, like I was, and didn't own any of it, like I unfortunately did not, you can go over to Drive-Thru RPG and get some of the starter materials and some of the add-ons and whatnot at 25% off.
Oh,
I
hell
think
yeah.
Dom can hopefully pop a code with our affiliate ID so that we'll get a little slice
Little
of that
cut.
cash.
Yeah, a little taste.
But yeah, for sure you can get like the player's guide and things like that.
And in fact, I now remembered that Rob Schwab, who is a human amongst humans, is going to give a copy of the core rulebook in PDF form to somebody. And Dom will decide who that is. Someone who contributed to the chat or who subscribed. He's really good on spur of the moment stuff like that. So,
Loves it. Dom, why are you
we're
sweating?
going to have a winner here
Why
today.
are you crying, Dom?
Why are you holding your chest like that?
No, you're fine.
He's not moving, guys. Is he okay?
Was it, what is it?
It's going to be the core rulebook PDF. So we need an email address, and then we'll get a code, and they get it for free on drive-through for the cost of a few kilobytes of download and their very soul.
It's not even that important. You
Yeah,
just let the
like
dog
you're not
in your
using it.
hand. It's dope. Hey, how come your eyes
We will
aren't
figure
blue
that
like
out.
mine?
Hey, speaking of, I don't know, not speaking of anything. Hey, Gen Con's coming up right around
Yes.
the corner. It is literally
Yes.
like starts in 5 days from now.
God.
If you enjoyed or were interested in any of the props that we had here today,
Yes.
specifically the fast slow tokens that we
These are so
used, or any of the coins that we used, you can visit Mark in what booth again?
443.
443 if you're going to be at Gen Con. And also we've got a ton of saving throw events that are happening.
Yes.
Yes,
I
we
don't
do.
have a list of them handy here because unfortunately I myself am staying in town. So I will not be joining the wild festivities in Indy. But there's a ton of stuff going on. And Dom, is there a Gen Con like command or whatever? Somebody can pop up the schedule.
Thursday, Pirates of Pugmire, 3 p.m.
Right.
Also,
Nice.
10 a.m.
You and Dom.
Roll inclusive.
I love them. They're such
11
good
a.m.
boys.
11 a.m.
You're at 11.
Oh shit!
Did I get mine right?
I've been playing my whole week wrong. But yes, 11 a.m. Roll inclusive. How to make your table, game, or store queer friendly.
Dope.
Nice.
Yes, I'm moderating.
I like it.
So join us at Gen Con and meet some of your friends from Shaving Throw.
Shaving
Throw.
That's our sponsor
All this
this
weird
week.
stuff. I'm into it.
Meet some of your friends, hang out with us a little bit, watch a live stream, or just say hi.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, and enjoy your time in Indy, everyone. I really hope you have a good time.
Also, can I get a thank you for a DM?
Yeah,
Sure. Thank you so much.
I also want to.
Yay.
I want to shout out everybody who subbed up here during the game.
Yeah.
Simath Pirnikov, Viventar,
Viendentar, come
X
on.
Red,
Viendentar.
Elias Niebuhr, who gave a great contribution tonight.
Wow.
Thank you so much
Wonderful
for
tip.
kicking in $45. It is through your kind donations and subscriptions that we're able to keep bringing you this type of fun and fabulous entertainment week in and week out. So thank you so much for all of your support, whether it was just tweeting about the show, just sharing us on social media, or just watching along. Hey, viewership counts too. So whatever fits in your pocketbook, we appreciate your contribution to our community and to our channel. Dom, have you made any decisions about who our winner of our complimentary PDF of Shadow of the Demon Lord is?
Puncturing.
Puncturing!
It's like a tangerine, but
Enjoy your
cooler.
PDF.
Dope. I have one important question. How's Gus?
I think this was the making of Gus.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it made it into.
Probably nothing great if he knows us.
Does he at least know the difference between a broom and a mop now?
I think that's in his past. I think he's got different life goals.
I think next year when you come back, it will be Gus, Gunther.
Next generation.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And then somebody plays the dog.
Missy. I want to be Missy.
Missy.
Solid. I'm the killer demon.
Oh, and the doom of the world, number 9 on the table, the Demon Lord table, is famine and drought.
Oh.
So I wrote a scenario, food-related scenario, and the dice called it.
Oh, that's dope.
Because if we hadn't got Beastman Invasion, I would have been very confused. All right, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
guys.
for joining us, everyone. Until next time, let's Dungeon!
Dean, what?
What?
I wasn't on that show. What?